That's enough menu music. It's enough good vibes. I'm here for bad vibes only. I'm going to completely ruin your vibes now. Hello, it's me, the man in the chair. I'm back, and with me is my friend Jimmy. He's big. He's a real big guy. And you know what? Today we're going to paint all over Jimmy's body. We are going to just completely... This is getting a little weird. There were some sentences that were cooking in my head. None of them were good. We're gonna scrap that whole bit. Jimmy, we're gonna respect Jimmy today. That's what we're gonna do. But hey, welcome, you guys. Welcome to day 3 of this very random but very fun project. So as you may or may not know, I low-key do not like Halo 4 at all. Or Halo 5 for that matter. Well, Halo 5 multiplayer was kind of banger, but whatever. Campaign wasn't. And I think the biggest problem was, and I say this with peace and love because I know the artists who made like the Covenant insect style art style for Halo 5 and post Halo 4 content like this thing. They did an amazing job and they're so talented. It's just not even funny how talented they are. However, it looks like garbage when it's supposed to be a Covenant thing, okay? I know that's not exactly a bold take. We are like, I don't even know, over a decade since this has been a topic of discussion initially. So you might be a little bit unsurprised to find out that I don't like the Covenant bug art style we got in 4 and 5. And that I am a big appreciator of the classic Covenant art style. There are the Texas spiders behind me. Can't fool me. That's still Jimmy. Hey, this after my real name is Jimmy as well. Thought I'd stop by. Well, welcome. So, as you can see, this looks a little bit different. Looks a little bit different than it did initially. There's some differences between this and the original Harvester. And that's because I gave it a fresh coat of paint. And it's not done, okay? We're still going to keep working on it today. Got a whole lot more painting to do. But using the Scarab as inspiration, this thing has got a completely fresh coat of paint. And I'm going to be honest, I think it looks pretty damn awesome. I was working on it so much yesterday on stream, so much after stream, and then a bunch even today. And I think it really, really just looks good. Really, really good. The lights on the shield, yeah, I added a bunch of little lights all over it. I felt like that made it feel very Covenant-y. There's a lot more I want to do on the bottom still. I touched up the legs a little bit more. They still need a lot of love. These entire 2 joints right here don't have any details on them at all. This one only has some details. This entire plate here don't have details. But we're going to get to those today. Looks insane, man. What does the back look like? Listen, the back, it's completely empty. Okay, that's what it is in Halo 4, and that's what it is here now. I'm debating remodeling the entire back because it's horrible. I hate it. I do. It's so bad. It's terrible. All right, but that's what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. That is what it is. I might remodel it. We'll see. It stores the entire interior. It does not need to be that big. Get rid of it. I wish, dude. I wish. I could theoretically model an entire new interior based on the more simplified Halo 3 style Scarab interior. Not out of the question. Not at all out of the question, to be honest. It would make me regain some of my faith. But hey. Is that treads on the Harvester's feet? Yes, actually, for clawing and digging and moving rocks out of the way. Please do it, I'm begging you. I mean, the current interior is not that bad. Well, okay, it's kind of really bad, actually. It's so organic. It looks like you're stepping foot inside a flesh monstrosity. But it's a really major undertaking to do something like creating an entirely new custom interior. You know, that is not something to be taken lightly. Doing an exterior texture, on the other hand, this is very doable. I would say it looks pretty darn good overall. It still needs a lot more work, but, you know, this is a lot easier than remodeling an entire interior and rear section. it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Thoughts on having the like glowworms be critical hit areas that disable and lower the vehicle? Maybe. I'm to be honest, gameplay wise, I have no idea what I'm gonna do gameplay wise. Okay, it's okay, Weasel. Peppy, come here. No, dude, my little kitty just tried to jump in my lap while my big kitty was out. The drama, dude, drama. Anyway, yeah, added some lights and stuff. It's looking kind of cool, kind of neat. Probably should do a little bit of refactoring on some of these lights. Maybe remove some of these eyeball light things that are all up on it. But yeah, I'm thinking I should turn my webcam on. Hi, hello. I'm thinking it looks pretty good so far, to be honest. I don't really have too many issues with it. I definitely don't love it. I don't think it's perfect by any means, but I do like it, and that counts for something. Okay, that does mean something. That does, for me, a perfectionist, to be like, it's not great, but it's decent is huge, large even. What's the best way to board it? I have no idea. Listen, we're gonna make it look good, and then we'll figure everything else out afterwards. Because I do not feel like really giving this a ton of work unless it looks good. Haircut? No, my hair is same as it was for the past 2 weeks since I got my last haircut. Is that the Exploiter Orb from Warframe? No. It looks a lot like it, though. If there was one thing I would change about this, it's the head. It's the head, because, and let's not mince our words, it is a head, okay? This is a creature's head. It has eyeballs, etc. Nande, thank you so much for the 2. Appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Someone port this back to Halo 4, please. It would not look as good in Halo 4, to be honest. It just wouldn't. There's no world in which this looks that good in Halo 4. But maybe it would be an improvement. Who knows? I could try it someday. When it's done, perhaps. Zach Fair, thank you for 15 months of continued membership. That's a crazy long time. Thank you so much for the continued support. It means a lot to me. So thank you. Anytime you Halo 3-ify something, chef's kiss. Well, this is taking it to another level. Usually I don't bust out Substance Painter and start going crazy with it, but I'm gonna be honest, the shell looks really good, and that's enough for me for right now. If I can get the legs to look good, it might make me forgive how the underside currently looks, because there's really not so much I can do to the underside, unfortunately. But maybe. What even is this? I'm not familiar. This is from Halo 4 Spartan Ops. So you know what? Let's see. Halo 4 Harvester. It was part of the an early mission in Spartan Ops, and then the final mission of Spartan Ops. And in game in Halo 4, it looked like, wait for it, this here. This is the Harvester from Halo 4. This is what it looks like, and it's a little weird looking. But if you take a look at in game, what sounds are you planning on having it? I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. I genuinely do not know. But boom, there's my Halo 3 version of it. It's not perfect by any means right now, and there's a lot I'd like to change on it, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Hey, Burgle, thank you for the $1. Appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. That said, I think... Wait, let's do like a side-by-side here. Halo 4, Halo 3. Halo 4, Halo 3. I'm gonna be honest, I still don't like it. I don't. I wish I did. I don't like it yet. So, let's make it a little bit better. I think this is really within the realm of possibility here, making it look better. That said, one thing I really wanted to do was to get this metal, the metal bits, to like be a little bit darker to match the darker aesthetic, because they contrast way too heavily. The problem is, though, I couldn't get ambient occlusion to bake properly on it. Make sure to like the stream. That's true. If you're a Halo fan, you like Halo modding content, be sure to like the stream. It's free, and it helps out quite a bit, actually. So keep that in mind. You know, it means a lot. Green eyes on a few of those lights? No, I'm sticking with the blue to blue cyan right now. I don't like green lights at all. I think green lights on Covenant stuff is like sacrilege. I'm very opinionated about it. But here's what it looks like currently in Substance Painter, where we've been doing all the texture work. The next thing I want to do, I'm not necessarily done with this front part of the legs. I still got to do the back half here, but I do want to paint not only these little panels down here. I already painted the bigger lower panel, as you can see, this one in game. But we still have this smaller one right here that's on the front side of it that kind of houses the claws. And then on the rear side, we also have this panel here, which I have all the way back here. And, which button is it? There. Gotta go ahead and texture this at some point. Yo, Zach Fair, thanks for the 2, man. Appreciate your support. Thank you, thank you. Hear me out. Cursed version with some booty cheeks. I hate it because when I was remodeling the back as a test last stream yesterday, I accidentally did give it kind of a booty shape and it was really cursed. And I would not like to recreate that again. Please, please. I don't want to do that again. Wait, why didn't I just sculpt that? I should have sculpted it. I'm an idiot. I should have definitely sculpted that. My personal opinion, I think it's a lot better dragging itself on the ground, being low to the ground. I'm kind of that opinion as well. I think it being this high up does look a little bit strange for it. That said, it does make the walking animation a little bit more interesting. Which is, by the way, this is not a completed walking animation. I would like to do some more walking animation stuff today. I think today doing some walking animation stuff would be really cool. Because currently it's a extremely basic walking animation that just functions at the bare minimum with no flair or interest, and it's not even that polished. So I would very much like to do that. It already looks kind of cool though. If you can see the shell from above, it definitely feels Covenant. From below, a little bit less so because you get the entire head shape in there, and I just don't feel like that looks... I want to see if there's some kind of design I can do on the textures that'll make it feel less like a head, but I don't think there is because it's designed specifically to look like a head. Ah, man. Bruh, thank you for the 2. Appreciate it. Hear me out. Human Scarab. That's disgusting. I don't want to think about it. What if I take Lord Hood and then I just stretch his body until he turns into a giant human scarab? And then every time the scarab goes to fire, his like mouth opens up. I think that'd be pretty good. You not alter the model at all? I can, but it's just like... What is there to be done here? You know? These are all... I could like... You know what I mean? Hey, Skaboodly, thanks. Why did I thank you? Thanks for being here, I guess. The human scarab is the kind of Halo Wars 2 Colossus concept from the four-legged walker that carries troops. Ah. See, I'm going to be honest. That was me doing the thing where I'm like imagining like a literal human being as the scarab. Every time for the past several days, I'm just gonna expose myself. Several times the past several days, people kept saying, human scarab, human scarab. I did not think, oh, UNSC scarab with like metal plating and stuff. No. I was imagining like a human being on all fours, like rigged up to the scarab's skeleton with his like head outstretched like a fucking animal. I don't know why that's what I just assumed. But that's where my head has been at every time somebody has said human scarab for the past several days. That is, in retrospect, that makes no fucking sense at all. But hey, that is what I thought. Good God, dude. What a... Oh my God. It's fine, really. Oh, plastered crab, the plastered crab. What's it missing? Currently, not much, to be honest. I found out the only things I need, which I technically have now, but I just don't have them on here, are the doors right here. There's a big animated door object, and then there's another one in here that goes into the ceiling. I do have both of them now, so I don't think it's missing anything. Not that I know of right now, anyway. I haven't spent too much time on the interior. So, everything on the exterior seems mostly fine, though. What do you think, by the way? It's not even close to done yet, but I'm retexturing it. I'm retexturing it to look more Halo 3. Halo 3ified. It's getting there, slowly but surely. I mean, it looks like a Scarab. Scarab currently, I think, was my old one, but you've done a great job with it. Thank you. I'm just... Hey, listen, thank you, though. Thank you for literally all the work you did. You have no idea how often I'm just, like, in the Halo archive, just, like... Surely somebody's, like, ripped something and done me the solid, and I don't have to do it myself or download a bunch of extra tools. And every goddamn time. Every single time there's somebody there. Even with, like, the Halo 5 Lich, which should be so obscure. It's crazy. Flu, thank you for the $10 tip. And sorry, I did miss your Super Chat Turbo Sim. We'll get to it in a second. Thank you for the tenner, Flu. Much appreciated. Thank you. About the back, why not model it similar to the CSO Super Carrier? The details could transfer over nicely. And a grab lift to get in the back might help for a win? Possibly. It would be really nice if I just redid the interior so it just wasn't so large out the back, because I mean, the main issue with this currently is that the interior is really deep into the structure. That is like the biggest issue by far. But if the interior was as simple as, say, the Halo 3 Scarab interior, where it's just, you know, kind of angular walls, some trims up at the top, mostly just normal map texture detailing with some fixtures, just very simplified metal interior textures. That would actually make a huge difference in my ability to wait, the Kraken interior? Oh, not the Kraken. For the record, Zophie, the Kraken's all you. I will not be doing the Kraken. That is not it. Man, I hate to say this because I'm not a good 3D modeler by any means. But honestly, I do want to redo the interior of this thing. I like genuinely do. I am not an amazing 3D modeler, but I don't think there is anything I can do for the Harvester's interior to save it texture-wise. Like, it needs to be rebuilt for me to be satisfied with it at all, which is a horrible statement because I am not that great. The worms look good. They do, actually. I think that's my favorite part of this. It's very interesting. Zach Fair, thank you so much for the tenner. For 2 fivers. Sorry, that one slipped out. Real idea here. It would look cool if the back end was a large plasma tank to make it less bland. Maybe 3 weak points to break in order to make it explode into a big plasma nuke. You just reminded me of something amazing. I agree. I think that's a really cool idea. Having it be some kind of huge plasma tank is awesome. However, you just reminded me of something really awesome. I saw it when I woke up this morning. There. And so this is, oh wait, let me pull up both individual tweets. Okay, so this was the first one. Check this out. From Garrett Post on Twitter, they took a screen grab. Now, they're obviously a very talented artist with a like very deep understanding of Covenant design. Look at that, senior concept artist. That's awesome, dude. How lucky I feel to have a senior concept artist roll through and draw such a fantastic design. He came through and did this, which, dude, this feels so much like a Halo Reach design. It's just absolutely on point. The way that the joint there is being held by a large metal ring, the interior vents exposed with like the lights, the slight panel work, it's very really well inspired by like good Covenant design. And as you guys know, I literally am self-taught in every single way, shape, and form. I am not really that great when it comes to a lot of stuff. So I'm very grateful when somebody with like true great talent comes along, because this is amazing. This is so amazing, and I would be so down to like this. If this is what the back looked like, I wouldn't even care that it's so big. If it looked like this, I wouldn't care that it's this giant bulbous thing, because it would look fucking awesome. Okay, but this is not the only thing, okay, somebody else also pulled through this. This is from Sinful Saint, who, let me double check here, I guess is just draws for fun. Drew another great concept as well, which looks incredible, with like a Scarab style bay here, as well as like a turret platform, very reminiscent of like the ones on the Corvette in Halo Reach, and a platform where you can get vehicles up and off. Both of these are amazing. They're both very similar in style and design. Like clearly both of them have like a pretty good understanding of this stuff. This is so cool. I really like this design. Basically just a jogger with legs. Yeah, I mean, it really is. And it's, to me, that's just fantastic. Both of these are. I don't know, like, if I spent a really long time, I could probably make something like this. But this would be really challenging for me personally. Shame that Halo 3 doesn't like vehicles on Scarabs much. I don't think it really oh no, it's vehicles with Halo Reach doesn't. I haven't had too much trouble. I guess they do sometimes get ejected off randomly. It is a bit odd in that way. Yeah, you're right. But as for the back design, I think that would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Bad time to be guilty over my art block. It happens though. It happens. It's fine. For the first content, you could swipe the nose off the lich and scale it up. Nose off the lich. Oh. Yeah, I see what you mean, like this little circular part. Yeah, theoretically, that could be pretty cool. Makes me want to try modeling it. Hey, if any of you guys want to model a rear version of this, I'm more than happy to put some textures on it. I'm not a great 3D modeler myself. I'm very mediocre when it comes to it. If I could have things my way, here's what I would do. Right? This is my dream for this thing. The legs are good, to be honest. I actually don't have too many complaints with the legs. I would keep them mostly the same. Maybe make them more angular, less round. For the shell, I would keep the shell. I think actually the shell is just, it's a great design. It's a great shape, and it looks really cool. I would not change the shell at all. For the body, I would literally just recreate the exact body shape, but way more angular, way more straight and smooth with a lot more metallic bits, much like this metal shader here. A lot more of that all over it. And the head, completely redesign the head. 100% completely redesigned, because it's just not good. It's really just not. Demon, thanks for the 5, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. What about those points where it locks places in? Like how the Halo 2 Scarab is a place where you could park a Banshee. Yeah, that's doable on these, 100%. You're talking about the little anti-grav bay that goes atop. Yeah, 100%. Not even a big deal. Can I get in on this action? Interior. Oh, you're talking about the Kraken, yeah. Yeah, will I go through and remodel stuff? If I'm remodeling anything, it's going to be the back for sure. Everything else is just, I'm good right now. I'm good right now. So Phantom Dog, yeah. I do think the back would make a huge difference if it looked a lot better than just a giant purple sack, but I'm going to be honest, as much as I want to redesign this thing, I have to decide whether or not I really just want to go all in on this harvester as a whole. I don't know if that's something I want to do. I would love to do it just for the fun of it, but also I got other projects I'm working on, and since, you know, I want to release stuff in a timely manner, I don't really have all the time in the world to work on something like this. So for now, I will continue to be open to it, but for now I'm just going to focus on retexturing, really. That's my main thing I want to do. That said, it would be kind of cool, at the very least, if using these two, not that, get that shit out of here. If being inspired by these, I did put some of these panel lines. Actually, this one looks amazing. It keeps the same shape, which is fantastic. If I was ever going to remodel it, I would definitely want to do something more like this, with like the Scarab bay and the turret and the you know, landing platform. But since this keeps the shape, and right now I do plan to just keep the shape, so I think what I'll do is try to model this in a sense, not like with the metal bits, I wish, but just kind of take the general shape of it, and it would just look so much better with that shape, because right now it's just like weird and like pointy and lumpy. Well, regardless, I'll give it a try. I'm gonna at least hope that it can make it look a little better. Toa with the $5. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Do you think a couple of Halo 2 Scarab anti-air guns on the notches of the shell either side of the Harvester's head would look good? I think on the sides of the Harvester's head? There isn't really space. Well, yeah, that could look good. They're pretty small compared to this thing. Wouldn't look too bad. Okay, hold on. Before I even get deep into everything here, let me just... Okay, that's better. That is a lot better. These were just too bright. That looks a little bit more reasonable. Okay, much nicer. What's the size of the Lich versus the Harvester? The Lich is like pretty small compared to it. And that's crazy because the Lich is a really massive vehicle. This is Lich v Harvester. If this thing was flying, you would see the Harvester just like this massive monolithic thing moving. This would be really cool to see in gameplay. Like it truly is like a disgusting like Godzilla kaiju titan sized thing, and seeing it moving would just be insane. The Harvester's the size of a 4v4 map. It literally is. If I could walk around inside here, it would take a while to get around. These are some big ass hallways. There's not a small space at all. There's a very large room here. I want to see that El Dorito. I know, right? That would be... in multiplayer, it would go so hard. I mean, obviously, that's the end result, end goal, I should say. But one thing at a time, unfortunately. Don't even have a physics model for this thing. I really want to walk around inside of it, but if I do redesign the interior in the end, it'll be a little bit challenging to make a physics model now, only to like scrap it later. And I'm gonna be honest, doing the interior really doesn't seem that hard. Here's my thoughts. Like before I go on and start texturing stuff, all right, the interior for the Scarab is nothing too crazy texture wise. Okay, the floor panels have a couple textures. There's this cool one, which I think is reused there. Yeah, it's just this little diamond texture. And then you have these kind of tread textures that go through. So it's like diamond texture, tread texture, diamond texture. And that's the whole floor. Then for the walls, they're basically just wall panel textures with some little things on them. And at certain areas, you get like a trim. You get a little trim. And there's a little trim right there, depending on the angle that things are at. But for the most part, it's just wall texture with some bits on them. 2 floor textures. You know, little bits on the walls. And then the ceiling, for the most part, seems to just be one big texture, which could theoretically be another type of repeating texture. So really, when you break down what makes the Scarab interior, it's very simplistic and very easy to replicate because all of the hard stuff is done for me. The texture creation and the application of those materials is done. So if I just take that exact same concept, model it out here, cut out the original interior, that's it. It's not that complicated. It's literally just make some hallways out of that style and kind of mimic the same design and layout if I want to. Maybe make it like way smaller so the back can just be whatever design I want it to be. The Lich fit inside the Harvester? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, the Harvester is like really big, dude. It's crazy. It can wear the Lich as a hat. Literally, it can. It's wild. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, though. I really want to make that back part and interior work. You know what? I think I would be, I think I'd just be so much happier with this if I just redid the interior and backside. It's not even that crazy. It's not that big of a deal. What is the Corvette compared to the Harvester? The Corvette's way bigger. The Corvette's like really big. I did that the other day. I might actually. Do I still have the Corvette on the map? I don't. I gotta add it back. But yeah, the Corvette's. That is like a proper fleet ship. The Corvette. That's not a small thing. The Harvester may be enormous, but a Corvette's still a Corvette. Obviously not actual size. Well, there is no actual size of the Corvette. There's no actual size of like any Halo ship. They are in the archive. Oh wait, are we gonna do Halo? Wait, the Halo 5 Covenant ships, I thought they were like missing textures and stuff. Did somebody finish them? I saw some interesting designs that I was curious to get a look at, but I never really got a good look at them. Are they like actually in there, like finished up? I think so. What? No! No! You can't make me, Crab. You cannot make me. Crab is fucking tempting me with Halo 5 Kraken models and textures and Halo 5 Guardian, Custodian, Custodes, whatever, Custards, textures and models. I refuse! The Halo 5 Spirit and Phantom are good. Okay. It'll be there for you. God damn it. Guys, I have a real question. Okay? And I need an honest answer only. Would you hate me if just on a whim today I decided to import just on a whim, really quick and easy, I imported a different ship? Just for fun, just for funsies, just feeling a little wacky. Just added something just in real quick. Just a really quick one. Right? Like that's not, like obviously we're still working on the Harvester. But okay, so you guys are saying yes, and that's great, and now I'm gonna do it. The Kraken, no, not the, it's something that I have had a weird obsession with for a long time. It's low-key, okay, I'm not proud of it. Okay, I'm not proud of it, but there's something that I really, it's not gonna look necessarily amazing, but there's something about it that just speaks to me, and I just want to have it just to have it, okay? And now guys, calm down, relax, okay? We're still friends here, right? It's a little weird, but this is what I want to put in. It's the Halo 5 Spirit, okay? I don't know. Something about it looks cool. I want to fly it. I don't know. I'll probably fly it like one time ever. But it just looks kind of cool, dude. I don't know. It's neat. I just want to fly it, dude. I don't know. Sometimes you just look at something and you're just like, that's weird, but like I do kind of want to fly it, to be honest. And don't judge me, okay? Stop judging me. It's kind of neat, okay? It is. Even the Halo 5 Phantom's kind of cool. And now I'm not saying I love the fact that it's got all these organic bits. I like the shell design, okay? Sue me. I think the shell design is cool. When you get into like all the organic bits in there, I think it looks like poo-poo doo-doo garbo. It's not it. But for the shell on the outside, it actually kind of maintains some of that covenantiness. And that's okay. The inside, once again, is poo-poo doo-doo garbo, and I'm not a fan at all. The silhouette it's cool. It's got like big fins. I don't know. It's just kind of cool, man. It's a little bit more mechanical than some of the other Halo 5 stuff, and that makes me, you know, I'm a little bit attracted to it. What can I say? So let me live a little. And you know what? The one and only Plastered Crab is in chat. All right. Oh, dude, wait. Do I like these? I don't really like these, to be honest. I thought I might like these. I don't. I lied. Well, okay, the first one's kind of cool, but the others I don't like. These are Halo 5 ships. Halo 5 Covenant ships. That one, that was kind of cool. That's ugly. That's a little ugly. That's weird as fuck. That's cool. That's ugly. That's kind of ugly. That's kind of ugly. That's cool. Yeah. I'm good on those. But the just Spirit and like maybe the Phantom, that's kind of cool. I could just throw those in there. You know? Whoa, what the fuck is all this? Damn. I went through and did a bunch of Halo Wars 2 structures. That's awesome. Okay, whatever. So maybe, theoretically, we just throw it in real quick. In fact, I think I even had a model of it one time. Let's see. I gotta find it wherever it might be. Wait, what is this? No, never mind. I'm looking real quick for the Halo 5 Spirit. I'm sure it's somewhere. Oh wait, what channel was this in? Hold on. It's in asset packs. In asset packs, Spirit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Halo 5 dropships. I got them. Courtesy of someone who I can't read their name because of streamer mode. God damn it. I want the Halo 2 Phantom if you want the Halo 5 Spirit. Okay, well you do it then. I'm doing my half, you do your half. That's even, that's equal. Big. Halo 2 Phantom is just a Halo 3 Phantom? That's not true. Hey, take that back. Take that back. But yeah, the Halo 3 Phantom is just a massive upgrade over the Halo 2 Phantom. I'm going to be honest. If I straight up ported the Halo 2 Phantom into Halo 3, you'd be like, ooh, oh, I don't really like that. Oh. I'm just going to take my word for it. It's not the best. Admittedly, I could make it look good, but like, I'm lazy, okay? I said it. Relax. I could make it look really good if I wanted to, the same way I ported over the Spectre and the Shade Shadow. Will I do that? No, probably not, to be honest. It would be kind of cool, actually, but probably not. Ah, now I kind of want to. Damn it. I keep these stupid sidetrack. You guys keep sidetracking me with cool ideas. I'm trying to do stuff. Just let me fucking... Okay, there we go. We're gonna do some Spirit stuff. Yeah, some Halo 5 Spirit. Maybe even Halo 5 Phantom. Huh? Huh? Spirit dropship. Okay, here we go. Look at that, dude. And it's rigged too? They rigged it? Whoa, dude, that's so cool. That's awesome. That's actually awesome. Let's turn on the shaders. Dude, I know this thing is kind of ugly, but like, it's still kind of cool. To get this in game would be kind of cool. You gotta admit, it would be kind of cool. This turret is a little bit doo-doo butt ass, though. I will not lie to you on that. The way it folds is interesting, though. Like, it goes up like that, right? I guess it would fold in there, and then it would fold in there. Sort of. That's kind of cool. A little piston too. That's neat. Or is it a landing gear? I guess it could land on the fins, I suppose. These fins look like they're supposed to move, but I don't think they do. Or maybe they're just not rigged, because they're not like that important. How many vertices are we looking at here? It's only 50k faces. That's actually super reasonable. This is way more optimized than I was expecting it to be. I'm pretty surprised. Genuinely, I'm pretty surprised. It uses just one material, though. That's kind of annoying. Actually, extremely annoying. That means I can't do my usual phantom paint job. Because it uses textures for everything. God, Halo 3's not good at that. Our shaders are dumb and stupid. We separate things out into different materials because we're poor. Literally just separate the materials. You can't, though, because some of the vertices have both a metal side and a purple side and a shell side. Like some areas it's good, but then you have areas like this. Look at that. There's a line going right through that triangle. I can't do nothing about that. Okay. Regardless, this is Spirit Rig with a Spirit Object, so I'm gonna do a new new thingy. New thingy. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna save it to H5 or Spirit H5. I almost put Spurt H5. That's awkward. All right, then we're gonna once again do a thing with some stuff. We're going to not go into the harvester, but instead, hear me out. We're gonna go into the Spirit folder. I know, crazy controversial. Dude, I'm gonna throw this in game so fast. I swear to God, we're gonna have this done in no time at all. I just want to see what it looks like. Just take my word for it, please, please. Spirit, Sentinels, Shadows. That's the Spirit folder. Then where's the Halo 5 Spirit? What the fuck? Oh. Here we go. Object, and then we grab the Spirit. There we go. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Does it have textures? It still has textures. Okay, so all I gotta do is refactor the rig a little bit. We don't want any drivers, unfortunately. Oh wait, I want to try the gun driver. What does the gun driver do? What do you? What? All right, well it looks like I broke the drivers by importing it into a new thing. I lied. This one just doesn't seem to do anything. Okay. Anyway. I don't know if I necessarily want the turret on the bottom, but whatever. We'll keep it for now. Now, to get this in-game, theoretically, is super easy. I would just make a quick and dirty physics model and collision model, which I'll do right now. Mesh cube, parent that to the Spirit Rig, and set it to a 0, 0, 0 location. Now, I'm going to split this down the middle and do a little mirror modifier on it because I'm just crazy. I'm just absolutely insane. Generate mirror on the y-axis. Hey! Berg Ergborg VR with a $2 tip. Thank you very much. Appreciate that support. Thank you, thank you. You said, doo-doo poo-poo, but I rejected. It's like I always say, I think you guys here in chat might be some of, if not the most intellectually stimulated individuals. Other people, they just don't get it, in my opinion. They just don't understand what it is that you're trying to say. I get it, though. You know, I get it. You don't have to explain it to me. I'm already on that wavelength. I'm there. You know what I'm saying? I am there. I am him, is what I'm trying to say. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what I'm doing, okay? Don't judge me. Stop judging me, okay? But it's fine that I'm doing this. You're not... I checked the law. President Obama actually wrote the law. It said, you can't make fun of me if I'm doing a weird Halo 5 thing. If I'm acting weird and quirky and doing a Halo 5 thing, he said you're not allowed to call me out for it, and this is completely normal behavior. I know that I have shit on this art style 1,000 times. I'm aware, okay? It's overdosing on 343 content. Okay, and it looks cool, man. What else do you want from me? I think it's kind of cool. I said it, okay? Sue me. I think the Halo 5 Spirit's kind of neat, and I just want to fly it. Am I going to use it in mods? Probably not, no. Do I still think it's cool enough, and my brain is weird and quirked up, and so I want to fly it? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What? You broke the fucking tip, dude. You broke the tip thing. There's just a bunch of H's on my screen. Tipped $5. And it just says, with like literally 1,000 H's. And it actually just broke the tip thing. Whoa, Yuki with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's actually so awesome of you. What the hell? Thank you very, very much. Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Definitely didn't have to do that, but I'm very much appreciative. That's so awesome. Thank you. Fuck yeah, that's sick. Guys, if you've been gifted a membership, be sure to give your thanks to Yuki. That's 10 gifted memberships. That's awesome. And be sure to join the Discord server as well. On behalf of Yuki, supporter chat's a place. I chat a lot. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest, I've been bullying people in there a lot too, because they've been bullying me, and I don't care. I used to have this philosophy. I was like, well, I'm the content creator, so if I say something mean back to somebody, they're gonna get their feelings hurt. Maybe you shouldn't have been mean to me in the first place. Suck my nuts. I don't care anymore. That said, Yuki's the best for that, and thank you very much. Alright, so let's make some physics models real quick. I'm gonna get the center stuff right here. There we go. We convex hull that. Then I go over here. Grab all that side stuff right there, separate it out, convex hull that. I mean to select that. We separate, convex hull it. That's all good. Do the same thing over here. Boom, 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 boom. Separate it, convex hull it. Delete that. Boom! There we go. The world's best physics model of all time. Amazing. We're gonna give it a new physics model, or a material I should say, call it Spirit H5. And we're gonna link everything else here to have that material. Now they've all got that material, very cool. Then in order to get this in game really fast, I have to give it a Halo region, otherwise it won't render because this thing is gonna have regions. I'm gonna do default Spirit, or that's just gonna be the name of the regions generally. Region known as Spirit, I know, Inspired. Lastly here. Okay, so we can hide all those. Those don't matter anymore. Now the actual model itself. A little bit too big to be in Halo 3 normally, so instead what I'm going to have to do is separate it out in ways that make sense. So for one, I'm going to make the gun an entirely separate region. Obviously, that's a pretty reasonable thing to do, I would say. Only 1,000 though, so this one's going to be default gun. We can hide that. The rest of this is now only 23k verts, actually. That's completely fine. So we'll do default spirit, and then this is actually way more optimized than I thought it was. I thought this model was going to be like tremendously detailed, but no, it's actually very reasonably optimized. Honestly, just being carried by its materials and its texture set. That's amazing. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Last thing that we need to get this in game is a quick animation. That gun is nasty. I mean, I'm not necessarily a huge fan. But I am going to animate it, and that's going to be the... Actually, hear me out. I want to animate these fins. Do you think it'd be kind of cool to animate these fins? Were they animated in Halo 5? Like, they're clearly separate objects. They easily could be animated. Were they animated in Halo 5? And if so, if not, should I animate them myself? I feel like it would be kind of cool if I did. I don't think so. I'll consider it. I believe so. They went up as it landed. I don't know. I don't know. How about I look at a video of somebody flying them? Here. Classic ads. Classic game sheet video from way back in the day. It's him flying it. Does oh wait, I saw some movement. Did I see some movement? I don't think so. That might have just been me seeing things. Okay, but flying it, it's got engine bits that come out of those two big ones, and then two smaller ones, and then one bottom one. That's kind of cool. Got some pretty rad electricity effects in the middle as well. You did see him, did I? I don't really see it, to be honest. I see the turret moving. That's it. Well, that's a given, really. Pretty cool, but I didn't see the fins move. So for now, just for now, all right, not gonna have it move. But I do need to add a bunch of markers for these really kind of rad effects. So let's do that. Make a little empty arrow object. Oh, I just realized this thing is tiny. It's absolutely tiny. I totally didn't even think about that. Shoot. Well, at least these are turned into just the armature object, right? Hopefully. Okay, yeah, we don't lose anything then. Let's do a little bit of scale stuff. Hopefully I can get this at the right scale. Do scale model helper, Halo 3, Mr. Guy, Chief Guy Man, Chief Guy Man. And then scale this up 39 times. That might be the correct scale. It's either 100x or 39x, and it looks like 39x is just about perfect, so that's good. We'll apply the scale on that. We're good to go. Sweet! Feel like you can make them look like Half-Life 2 gunship fins and animate them? I know, yeah, no, that would be pretty cool. That'd actually be pretty cool. Oh, it's so weird and bug-like. Oh, what the fuck, dude? It's got like praying mantis mandibles. What the fuck? Like a face in there. Dude, this is like Half-Life stuff. That's wild. To be honest, I don't like that, but it's kind of cool, I guess. So I'll put this up here. This will be our first little engine marker for it. I'll call this one engine FX engine large. And of course we got to parent this to the armature, put it on the main spirit bone here, since it's part of the main body. Hey, yo! Jack John Valoy, thank you so much for the $5. First ever super chat as well. Thank you so much. You need to ask Giorgio Donato for his spirit. Tell him you're on a divine odyssey. Is this a reference that's going over my head? Giorgio Donato. Who is that? Is Halo Ground Command? He did. He does like 3D prints and STLs and stuff. Search his spirit. Ooh. Yo. Oh my god. It's like a complete rebuild of the CE one in like absolute HD. Oh my god. It's like really the classic CE one, like really. Damn, that looks good. Holy shit. Oh, that's why the Halo 5 one has fins. I forgot about that. They were on the turret before, when the turret was on the back. Yeah. Dude, this is so cool. Holy hell. I mean, obviously I like the Reach one a lot. That's my new girlfriend. Now, I like the Reach one a lot, but like this is just classic Halo 1. It's amazing. This is how I imagine it's going to look in the Halo CE remake. Well, wait. Oh, never go to an artist's ArtStation page live on stream. You never know. Nudity could pop up. I'm not seeing actually any more than that. It seems just the dropships there. That's really awesome. Damn. I totally should contact him. I hate asking artists for stuff. Be like, pretty please, may I use your art, please? I hate doing that. I always feel like a little wiener. Always asking for stuff that's not mine. We got big engines, and then we got there's this bottom engine, and then the side engines. And I believe I might be mistaken here, but I think these engines. Oh wait, this engine here. That one's good. So this is FX engine small, and then we have two more FX engine smalls. Try putting it like as center as I can. As the remodeler, if you're going to go through the work to port it and not give credit for the model, why not? To be honest, the reason I wouldn't is for the same reason I rarely ever ask for help on projects. It's because I'm a content creator and I do make stuff, but people will see me and they'll be like, and I'll use literally someone else's work and I'll be like, I will never, and I'll be like, I didn't make this, I didn't make this, I didn't make this, I didn't make this. And people will be like, wow, rejected. Can't believe you made this. And I'm like, how do you? So I don't want to do that to artists. It's really annoying that just because I'm a content creator that makes stuff, everybody assumes I make everything. When like, obviously that's not the case. Obviously that's not how anything works. Luke, I'm timing you out. You have no common sense. You're getting timed out. Mega Kane, thank you so much for the membership. I don't know how many months that is, but that's a whole lot of months. That's over a year. Thank you so much at Covenant tier. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wonder if these engines are ever used or if they just kind of sit there. Alright. Now getting this in game, man, this is going to be, well, it's certainly going to be interesting. I think I'll use, like, the serifs shader as a basis. I have an idea of how to get this in game really quickly. Really, really quickly. Last thing, though, I'm going to put it down a driver's seat on this because, you know, obviously needs one. So let's duplicate that real fast. This will become driver. We'll do a 180-degree flip. Let's say the driver goes somewhere in the center. I don't know, here, I guess. That's fine. And then for the driver enter, for where you get the little prompt to get in, I'll put it on the left side near the back, like that. In fact, I'm feeling a little bit brave and bold. I'm going to make 2 of them. And this one's going to be duplicated onto the other side, like that. Boom, dude. What a gamer I am. Yuki! Thank you for the 2. Appreciate it. Petition to make me stream mod for real, for real. Actually, not even a bad idea. That way I don't have to do stuff like that. You know what? That does remind me. I'm in desperate need of setting up new mods and stuff. You know what? I'm not going to worry about that at this exact moment, but yes, I'm going to keep an open mind to that. All right, let's try putting it in the video game. Oh, wait, I lied. Calm down, relax. I lied. I do need to make an animation for it. No, what is it? Combat, open, open. No, closing is when you get in. Yeah, closing is when you get in the vehicle. Being slightly responsible for the win. Yeah, most people, to be honest, would be like, rejected. I think you should make me a mod on the stream, and I would just be like, absolutely not, no. But Yuki, you are one of the few where I'd be like, yeah, actually, I could see that working out. What are you doing with the Halo 5 Spirit? Stop judging me, Babel. It's just, we're gonna get back to working on the Harvester, okay, and making it look actually good in Halo 3, but I'm a little sidetracked right now. I just want to put this in the game really quickly. It's not a big deal, okay? Relax, calm down. You're scaring everyone. They're asking why you're being so weird right now. No, I know. Why is this giant pole here? What the fuck is that? Why is it like 50 feet long? What the fuck is that? Huh? It's horrible. Stop. Stop it. Don't I have cats in this new version? Oh my god, I don't. Must have broken when I updated my blender. Annoying. It's a piston. Oh, it's a piston that's fucking busted. Whatever, I'll just try putting it in the game and see if it does that. If it doesn't, it's fine. So anyway, we have this part of the rig, this part of the rig, and this part of the rig. Everything else I really don't give a shit about. So when it's closing, aka when you get in it, actually, this is going to be combat any opening. So this is actually when you get out. I'm just going to make everything fold up within like 30 frames. So I'll go like that. Like that. And like that. And then it extends, then it curls up. Perfect. So I can take all that, put it on combat closing, paste the keyframes down, scale it -1, drag that all over, and boom, done. Easy. Nothing, and none of it works. Cool. There we go. That's gonna be what happens when you get in. It goes, zoop, and you get out, and then we're done. Now I have a membership. Dude, why did I just? It's fine. All right, we're gonna export that to a JMA file. It's a Halo 3 animation. Actually, let's make sure that our settings really quickly are set up. Halo scene properties, Halo 3, and A is Halo 3, and S is Halo 3. All right, we're good to go. So we export to a JMS, Halo 3. With asset subdirectories, we're good to go. It shouldn't take longer than just a second. Or maybe it will, I don't know. Let me export this particular animation here, combat closing. Oh, great. Now it's like lagging to all hell again. All right, I gotta make a new blend file now because this animation is gonna take 30 years to export. Combat closing. If this takes longer than 10 seconds to export, it's just a Blender bug. The lag is real, yep. Most certainly is. It's something about when I change the scene to like a Halo 3 global JMS scene, it just like, dude, this should be exported. Why? Nope, 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 nope. Don't care. Bye. Get out of here, Blender. I do not give a flying fuck about your broken ass shit making it take 20 years to export. Do not care. I'm going to set up a new blend file and export that thing in 3 seconds flat, and it's not going to even be... not even going to be a big deal. The fact that that even happens is just so insane to me. Watch how easy this is now. I make a new blend file. I append the original object with all of its like stuff. Append it in. Looks like this. Make it so we can actually see what we're looking at. Easy, dude. Easy. Now, I'm going to take that same animation that it had. Same exact animation that just like froze all of Blender for like ever. That I refused. That would have taken like several minutes. Combat closing right there. Export. JMA. Combat closing. Took the liberty of adding 50 gigabytes of textures to your blend file. Literally, like for what? I know these are like probably 4K textures, but relax. And why riddle me this shit. Why does adding textures affect exporting an animation? Just disable the fucking textures or like what? That doesn't even make sense. I don't want to. Anyway, while that 50 trillion gigabyte texture a model goes and does its thing, I get to sort out the spirit textures and figure out what the hell I want to do with them. At tonight with the $5 tip. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll get 3 for 3 some credit. The spirit actually looks nice. I agree. But I'm not sure how they make the flying tuning fork trash. Also a fair point. We'll say the turret is a little funky to me, but I've never been a big fan on large dangly bits. I much prefer the OG look. Well, that does make 2 of us. I personally, oh, this is the illumination map. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna have to sort all this out. Can you debugify it? No, that would take a very long time and be mostly impossible because in Halo 5, much like the Harvester, which is why it's so challenging to do textures for it, it's a high poly sculpt that's baked down super hard that already was designed to look like a bug, and there's only so much you can really do with that. Layer mask from transparency. Disable it. So here is the texture itself, and holy shit, is that 4K? That looks like 4K. That is 4K. That makes me a little sad. I don't want a 4K texture at all. I'm definitely down-resing this to 2K, 100%. 4K is just ridiculous. Alright, I'll copy this, and then delete the layer mask. Make a new layer and paste that. And we're going to do image size 2048. Even 2K is a lot, but whatever. All right, so here's our 2K spirit texture. Still pretty nice. I'm going to export this to a TIFF file. This is going to be spirit diffuse. And then I'm going to do this one. This is going to be the illumination map. So this is the glowy bits. And there we go. That's two of the textures done. Windows 11 sound. Yeah. Actually, I like the Windows 11 sounds. They're a lot more pleasant to listen to. Okay, so this is basically just a bump map. So we can do that, and then we get ourselves a nice Z-bump normal map. I don't know why they don't use the blue channel. That's a little weird to me, but I guess it saves on memory resources or something. Who knows? So we can now export this to the Spirit Z-bump. And that's all fine and dandy. And last but not least is decoding the control map. So somewhere in this control map, I need to figure out where I can get a specular map from, and a color change map, for that matter. That said, I think the alpha channel on this is the color change map. Everywhere that says green right here, I'm fairly certain this is the color change map. Let's see, layer, mask, from transparency. What does this look like? Yeah, this looks like a color change map if I've ever seen one. We'll disable that for a second, then we'll go to the channel. So we have the red channel, which could be the specular map, but it might just be ambient occlusion. Green is ambient occlusion. And then blue is specular. Okay, so we have specular here, ambient occlusion, which I can overlay onto the diffuse to look good. And then, honestly, I don't know what this one is. Could not say. Maybe like a wear and tear mask? I'm not sure. But this is good, because I can take this specular mask and make a new file out of it. Give me a second. Here, so paste this in. We're going to manually shrink it down. Try that again. Move that up. So there we go. So here is the specular texture for the spirit. So we can then make an alpha channel on there, and we can save this. And this is going to become spirit specular. And then I actually want to take this, the ambient occlusion, because basically all this does is it just adds nice shadows. I even did this on the harvester. I did it off stream, but I even added it onto the harvester. Long story short, all it does is it just adds nice shadows on areas that are kind of like close and dense together. If you see the diffuse map here, it's literally just the texture. If we take a look at, okay, these pipes, for example, see how they kind of look like they're a mess? They just kind of look a little bit flat. If I paste on the ambient occlusion mask, which is basically just like an extra shadow mask to make it simple, then we go here and set this to multiply. There. The difference when I have it off versus on, it's subtle, but even areas that are dark, like the inside of this engine here, boom, becomes much darker. It just adds kind of a contrast, adds some realistic shadows, which is nice. And I personally do like baking these things in. So that's cool. When do we get Draugr versus Harvester? Well, when the Draugr's done, which who knows when that's going to happen. Genuinely. I don't know. I'm not making any promises right now. Okay, last but not least is this thing. Now, this is where it gets a little bit interesting, because this is what controls the actual colors of the spirit. And I'm going to have to use this to cut off the shell textures, so to speak. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to make another new file, 2048 by 2048, RGB color. Paste that in there. So basically what this is going to do is I'm going to use this in Halo 3 for a special shader type. That's basically going to say anywhere that there's dark color, we don't do purpley reflections, and anywhere there's white color, we do purpley reflections. And the white is on the shell, so you know we get the purple phantom shader, and then on the gray dark areas, we don't. So I'm going to see if this works with just this texture. I might have to like darken it and adjust it. Hopefully not, because that would kind of suck, but we'll see. I have no idea why 343 made the Covenant shit in 4 and 5 blue. Used to be purple full stop. Is it blue? I guess it is kind of blue. I mean, there's some purple to it. It's like purple. Oh, no, you're right. It's more of a blue-green. It's like the blue kind of has like a hint of purple, but it is subtle. You're right. It's more blue than it is purple. Okay, so let's see. Draugr better happen before the heat death of the universe. I swear to God, I'm going to riot. I might, hear me out, die before the heat death of the universe. So probably it will. All right, let's see what our bitmaps look like. I think the specular mask like exploded or something. I don't know. Can I open this? Did I break an image somehow? Why is the specular mask like exploding my PC? I can't even open it. Okay, maybe Halo. Maybe Halo can open it. I have no idea. Okay, here we go. We've got our 4 textures. Almost 100 megabytes, by the way. That's totally normal and fine. Definitely going to compress these down to like 1024, given the opportunity. Anyway, we're going to do objects, vehicles, and we have the spirit. We called it tuning fork. I'm going to do tuning fork H5. And then we're going to make a bitmaps folder. Paste these in here. I don't know how the specular mask is so tiny, but I think it broke or something. I do not know. Maybe it's because it's a grayscale image. Anyway, we've got our textures, which is cool. Our specular still isn't rendering, which is concerning. But regardless, now we can get the Halo 5 Spirit in, which is pretty cool. Should work first try. Dangerous thing to say. I don't want to jinx it, but you never know. Halo 3, it had purple cube map or whatever it was. Yeah, Halo 3 was... Whatever, I'm going to make a look at the Halo 3 Phantom and stuff. It's going to look cool. So we're going to do render, objects, vehicles, spirit, tuning, fork, H5. Final. I think we can render final. Yeah, no, we definitely can. What am I saying? Oh, I don't have the shaders in. Whoops. I think the best shader to use as a basis here is going to be the Seraph. We just did the Halo, the original trilogy Seraph, which I thought looked great. Me personally, I thought it looked great, and the Seraph itself was like the exact same shader that we need for this, because we're using that texture mask. Uh-oh, it didn't work. That's too many vertices. 35,000 versus 32,000. All right. Let's grab a couple thousand extra vertices. Put the doors on their own region. Why not? Yeah, we're gonna do all the doors on their own region. Screw it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right, that's all the doors, so we can assign this to a new region called default doors. And then we can export it, and now it'll go into the game correctly this time. Oh God, I love Windows 11 bugs. They're actually so awesome, dude. All right, there we go. We do need our shaders, though. you go, shaders folder. Blockout for this Draugr is actually very detailed. Yeah, yeah. No, the blockout was surprisingly detailed. I spent a lot of time getting it to look a little bit more Covenant-y, but I just haven't spent much time working on it lately, because honestly, me 3D modeling in a really mediocre way is not necessarily the best stream content of all time. I wish I could say that it was, but my skills are not exactly, like, amazing. Alright, so the shader was called Spirit Default. Let's rerun. 35, no, I got the new one, man. Oh, this is the animation, huh? Yeah. Did I get the animation to export at any point? I don't remember if I did. I did! Combat closing. Okay, cool. Alright, next up, I get to do, what do I get to do, actually? I hate how they took out Blow Me Away and Breaking Veteran H2. Probably due to licensing issues, if I had to guess. It'd be like that sometimes. To be honest, I'm kind of mad at Bungie. Their implementation of Blow Me Away was extremely random. Like, so random. Why would they... Why? You know what I mean? Like, just... You get Blow Me Away, like, on high charity out of nowhere. You're like, oh, this is cool, but, like, maybe at a different time. Etu Knight with the $2 tip. Thank you very, very, very much. Appreciate it. That in exactly 3 songs after Gene's song, can I get some smooth rain jazz to soothe my tired soul? Sure. Deal. This is bounce sliding. This is taking a while. I'm going to be honest. It's taking quite a while. I'm going to go ahead and just fill out all the rest of the stuff this thing needs to work correctly. I'm going to copy a bunch of stuff from the Halo Reach tuning fork model and vehicle model here. Throw that into there. Tuning fork. H5. Man, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I don't even like the Halo 5 stuff, like, at all. I just want to see it. I have to know. I've never flown this thing before, and I want to fly it now. I'm tweaking, man. Why is the computing bounce sliding taking this long? This model is not that big. Oh, it's a good thing I put the doors on a separate region, actually, because if I go into the model for this, I can make it so the bounce sliding will not be affected by the doors, so that'll be kind of cool. I want to do... I'm going to do tuning fork Halo 5 model. I make a variant called Default. It's got 3 regions, as we saw before. Region 1 is Spirit, with the permutation Default. Chance of 1 of that happening. Then we had... Was it called Turret? I forget if I called it Turret. Gun is what I called it. I'm going to do Doors as the second one, and then Gun as the third. There we go. All good. And what did I name the... What did I name the material on these? Spirit H5. Okay, that's the only material it needs. And then last but not least, I want to go down to this. We have ambient occlusion. I'm going to do 1 bounce, linear. Then I'm going to do shadow cast over... No. We want shadow receive override. So Spirit is the main body of it. I want that to only take shadows from itself. Then I want the same thing to apply to the doors. And then lastly, I want that to also apply to the gun. So they basically... None of them interact with each other lighting-wise, which hopefully will work out pretty good. I'll re-import that in a second, which will hopefully go a lot faster as well. But for now, let's put the physics model in. The collision model. And then last, but definitely not least, would be the animations. The one animation anyway. Model animations, uncompressed. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to rerun that render model to hopefully make it look a little bit better. Probably should have put in the bitmaps before I ran that again, but whatever. Technically, I could spawn this in now. Technically. Picked up that cruiser glassing event a little. Ooh. Just show. Show. Now. I don't know why I'm being so demanding, but that'd be cool. I want to see. Okay, that's all looking good. Almost everything is set. This is probably going to take a little bit of extra time to load. I won't have the bitmaps, but for the time being, I can spawn this thing in. It's probably going to look weird as hell, but here goes nothing. There it is, dude. It looks like the Seraph right now, but there it is, dude. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Kind of cool in a weird way. I'm not going to do anything to it until I have the model re-imported and the textures imported as well. Okay, now we can run the texture command. And I'll have to hook all the textures up. I really do hope they work first try. I mean, I will have to change it around a decent bit, because right now, the way it's set up... Wait. TIFF photometric monochrome doesn't match the number of channels? The ZBrush Z-bump, where's that spec? Oh, that's why it was rendering incorrectly. Image mode. Yeah, grayscale. No, we want RGB color on that. Now that should work. That's why it wasn't rendering. I was so confused there for a minute. You render incorrectly. Your mom. Get fucked, idiot. That was rude. I didn't mean that. That's my bad, honestly. Or is it your bad? That was kind of on me. I'll put the diffuse map in there. We're gonna grab that Z-bump map. Then I do separate out the specular textures. And then... Oh, shoot. Wait, that's right. There's an illumination mask as well. Almost forgot about that one. And then last but not least, we do need these specular masks, so that way the metal parts don't render quite as much. Okay, so those are in. Now, before I even look at this, the Seraph does use non-phantom-like shaders. Dude, what is up with my webcam? Oh, you know what? It's dark. I'm living in a cave. That's what's going on. Much better. Much, much better. I look like an actual human being now. That was crazy. That was actually just mean rejecting. Yeah, well, get used to it. Did I also mention? Did I also mention? You smell bad. Let's put all these in. So first things first, we got 1, 1, 20, 20. For now, curve steepness needs to be at 0.2, then 0.1, then 0.6, 0.8. The albedo specular tint blend is 0.5. Analytical shadow control is default 0. We have arc sky cube map. Environment mapping should be set to per pixel. Right now, I believe it is dynamic. We're going to switch that to per pixel. And we get that. Arc sky cube map, environmental tint color. I'm going to put the environmental tint color on a whitish blue. Actually, no, I think it should be like a whitish yellow, because some of the metal on the Phantom filter is a little bit yellow. But overall, that should be good. That gives us the vibe we're going for. Let's see if first try if I made it look decent. Here we go. Cool. It got the specular mask right, although it's completely white. Is this supposed to be completely white? Isn't the Phantom diffuse also like super gray? Oh no, it is. Wait, the shell. Weirdly enough, the shell. Where is the shell? It is supposed to be gray. Why is that? Because it uses the color change map? Wait, the Phantom Shiny Shell uses a color change map. In that case, I should just make a color change map. To change color. Oh, wait. I need to grab that. Then I'll do another new... Alright, watch this, guys. I'm going to make a color change map in like 2 seconds. That way the Phantom can actually do what it needs to do. Wait, actually? Yeah, that's fine. We'll do color change map. Alright, so we paste this on here, blah, blah, blah. We go through the motions, scale it correctly. Now we have it. Now what I need to do is do a color range on the color white at maximum fuzziness. Then I'm going to make a new layer and paint that in with the harshest red that I can muster. What? Select color range white. Okay, new layer. There we go. So that'll be my color change map. Hopefully that works correctly. For bitmaps, this will become Spirit CC. So many textures for this thing now. I know I'm managing to convert them relatively successfully, but still, man, it's a lot. So much. Oh yeah, we need detail map at a scale of 20 as well. We have the bump map to Banshee, detail bump, value 20. Everything else should be fine, I think. As for the change color map, that's going to be tied to the vehicle tag. I'll grab that in a second. But now, excitingly, I get to put in a change color map. Looks good. Save it. Now last, but certainly not least, I get to go into the Phantom vehicle. And this will actually mean, funnily enough, that I'm able to change the color to have it be like a friendly Halo 5 Phantom, because I'm setting this up the authentic way that the actual Halo 3 Phantom is set up. But yeah, I do the change color block right there, go to the top here, input the change color block, and boom. Does it work? It works! Let's go! Although the illumination's not on. Let's fix that. It doesn't have the thingy in the middle, but it actually kind of looks cool, man. Wait, why is this like black? Shouldn't that be like kind of silvery? Oh, it's cursed. What the fuck is going on? Its physics model's like broken or something. Oh man, it's supposed to be silver. I don't like that it's like all black. I mean, I know it's like a dark color, but I was hoping it would be a little bit shinier. Maybe if I change the environmental mapping back to dynamic? No, 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 no. It's like chrome now. It's gotta be the detail map. Yeah, mostly it was. But I can't really mask the detail map. I guess I kind of have to live with that. It's a drawback of having everything be on... Yeah, man, what is happening? Oh, dude, I haven't run into this bug in a long, long time. That's wild. let's make sure that our physics and stuff are set up correctly. As for the physics model, everything looks good. We got default spirit. Select. All good there. Select. All good there. Select. All good there. So our regions are set up correctly. Halo 5 spirit. I have a problem, Crab. I have a problem. I can't help myself. I forget how this bug works. I think it just needs like an idle animation or something. Like a proper idle animation. Oh man, it's doing that laggy, stupid blender thing that it does. Do combat opening. Scale Y-1. Reposition these. Yeah, we're gonna have to spend a fucking year exporting this because, I don't know, reasons, I guess. With that Halo 4 saying Healy tongue, dude, don't say that. That is a sinful thing to say. Never say that again. It's so cursed. Bro, this is not okay. This is not okay. I posted the elite tongue gif on fucking Twitter being like, "Oh man, that's kind of funny, right? It's so goofy." And people I should have realized but people are not taking it in the funny, silly, goofy way. They are not. At all. Let me read some of these comments from this post here that I made, okay? This is the post I made. It said, daily reminder that Halo 4 Elites almost had tongues. This was pretty funny. What if instead of calling it Halo 4, they called it Halo Freaky and did this? This person just says, hear me out. This makes me feel horny for some reason. Bro, relax. It's gross and cursed. Freaky elites. Oh, great. Rule 34 inbound. No! Not inbound. Outbound. Get that shit out of here! Stop! Stop it! Do not do that. Get some help. Not okay. Disapproving. That's me. I'm disapproving right now. Live on stream. Dude, I just want to export this 1 second long animation without 50 gigabytes of textures causing the animation unrelated to the textures themselves. Oh, I'm going to freak out, man. I'm going to freak out. I'm going to freak out. I'm going to freak out. Why? We had to remove too many folks slapping some globes on Elite's chest. Yeah, man. It's actually crazy. Even though they're reptiles, mammal brain cannot compute. Why were people so upset with the 4K textures back then? Kind of like crisp, but they're like HD or something. I don't know. 4K textures look alright. They're good. They should be their industry standard now, but like... 4K textures, in my opinion, really only need to be used on stuff that's... I mean, I guess, actually, with people having such high-resolution monitors now, you kind of do need 4K textures for most things. Alright, I can't live like this. I cannot live like this. I'm going to rename this folder. I'm going to crash Blender. I cannot live in a world where there's this long of a loading time just to export a simple texture. I refuse. I actually just wholeheartedly refuse. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Watch that. Oh, I would change the texture folder. Oh, nope. The animations still take 1,000 years to... Alright, file. How do I fix this, dude? How do I fix this? I can't do this, man. It's so stupid. What am I supposed... How do I live in a world where my blend files are just absolutely chock full of textures and I can't export anything because it's breaking down? It's like literally broken. Am I talking about Halo music? Yeah, I gotta switch the song up. I got a song request earlier. Okay, in a new Blender file, can I move stuff? Nope. Nope, it's all laggy again. It's all... Why? Literally, why? Making the doors act like landing gear? No. Probably not going to do much of anything with this, to be honest. Alright, what's the one animation that we actually have on this thing? Sometimes I hate modding this game, man. There's so many little things. We have combat closing. We're gonna take combat opening. We're gonna export that shit. We're just gonna wait on it. Fuck it. We're just gonna wait. That said, actually, like genuinely. What's up with this physics stuff? Oh, wait, I remember this. It was something to do with... like physics. I think it was friction points or something. Oh. Why did the entire thing just rotate sideways? Excuse me? What? Just let me fly my weird Halo 5 vehicle. What is happening? What's going on? Why does the animation do that? Also, this thing is still here. I swear to God, I'm going to delete this stupid little hinge. Why is it stretched to literally infinity? I did not do that. I know I did not do that. It's me steaming mad. Show us the spirit's bug mouth again. There you go. It's got little mandibles. You know, like it's like a crab. It really looks like a crustacean. The little crab claws just kind of coming up. They're literally separate models. You could have these be animated if you want. There are two separated joints that you could animate. You could just be like... Why are they like that, you might be asking? Anyways. Oh, you know what? What's the albedo color? Here are two change color. What if I just do default? Nah, it's the same. I wish I could just make this shiny silver, man. It would look so much better. Ooh, I guess I could try one thing. The normal specular is orange, and the glancing is the blue. What if I... No. What if I did the opposite? Nope. Bring it back. How's the spirit going? It's pretty good, actually. It's going pretty good. It turns sideways, though, for some reason. It's odd. The animation does that. I don't think it worked quite right. Wait a minute. No, it is facing positive on the x-axis. It's odd. What is wrong with the animations on this thing? The whole bone structure is cursed, man. Could it possibly be the hinge? I don't know. I literally can't do anything because I have no idea how to fix this blend file. It's so chock full of shit that I don't need that I literally have no idea what I could be doing here to improve this and make this work right. Not a clue. Not a goddamn clue. I've been trying to export a single 1 second animation forever now, and it won't do it. It just absolutely won't do it. I can check DMs. What texture do I need? I don't think any. Not that I'm aware of. Append the spirit on its own new blend. But that's what I've been doing. This is its own new blend that I appended it to, and it still did it. I did that with the harvester and it fixed it. But I've tried it multiple times. This is a new appended blend. I don't know. I even renamed like the texture folder. I'm just gonna try, you know what? You know what? I'm getting real steaming mad. I'm getting rid of these bone collections. I'm gonna get rid of literally everything else. Get rid of all the constraints. I still have no idea what's going on with this bone. I'm actually just gonna delete it. I refuse. Boneless. Any modifiers? Any modifiers? Is it the weighted normal modifier? I think it's the weighted normal modifier. It was not the weighted normal modifier. Was it the edge split and triangulate modifiers? Or was it just that it no longer had to... It was the edge split and triangulate modifiers? Are you kidding me? Those get auto-applied anyway. Ugh. Let's try now. This is combat opening. Halo 3 JMA. What the fuck just happened? JMA. Combat opening. Boom! Come on, it's gonna take 15 seconds. I believe it. I believe it. I have a good feeling about this one. And you know what? I have such a good feeling, I'm not even going to look at it because I just have such faith. I just have that much faith in it. This is so cursed, man. I actually am not enjoying what this looks like right now. Is there anything I can do? I have a bunch of pings. People are pinging me in supporter chat. What's going on? Somebody called me smelly in my own Discord server. That's disgusting. Okay, well, maybe it's still going to take 150,922 years to export, but hey, that's not my problem. I've got other stuff to do. I was going to say work on the harvester, but then I just thought, what if I could actually save this? Environment mapping is the only thing that this actually gets, other than... So right now we're on per pixel. If I do none, does that make it just completely flat? No, we still get some lighting. Okay. Ugh. Boom! Nah, that's not it either. I really just want to make this part not be pitch black, but I'm not sure if there's anything I can really do about it. Maybe I can adjust the texture itself, perhaps. The spirit diffuse. Yeah, I think it might just be... I think it might just be too dark. I think it actually might just be too dark. I think what I'll do is, if I look at the Phantom, right? If you go into Halo 3 and look at the Phantom's bitmaps, Phantom Diffuse, the actual texture is, I mean, it's a lighter gray, but the metal bits, actually, I guess that's the, well, I know why the metal bits are darker. I think what I'll do is I'll just try to darken it a bit, reduce its kind of cream color. It's got a weird cream color to it. Yeah, I'll do that. And all of the stripes and stuff, unnecessary. Don't really want them. Illumination map is already set to be all white like that. All right, yeah, so I'll do a hue saturation where I reduce saturation to 0 so we get a nice gray scale. And then I'm gonna do a brightness contrast, which to bring the brightness, or no, let's reduce the contrast and keep the brightness about the same. If we can do that a second time, does that help? I think that makes it look possibly a bit better. Let's try that. So let's take a look at this. Try to bring the color levels a little bit closer. Halo 3's Phantom. I did brighten it. For sure it brightened it. I saw it happen. That was a little bit nicer. It's honestly just a shame because there's not any way for me to make this part be metallic like the Phantom, because it really is all one material. There's genuinely nothing I can do. Oh wait. Oh wait. Just an idea. What if take this mask, put it on here, I select this color, the dark areas on here, and I make a new texture that's all white. Any cool blending modes that might help me out here to just brighten this up? Oh wait, I'm actually just being dumb. I knew what I was going to do and then forgot. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mask out of this. So now we have this mask here, right, where the white is the dark parts of the texture. And what I could try to do here to brighten it up a bit is add a... copy that, and then we'll make a brightness contrast filter. But the mask will be this, so the only areas it'll affect is the dark area, and then I just raise the brightness really high. I'm hoping it doesn't turn it pink. It could actually turn pink because it's got that banshee texture over the top. Okay, it's a little bit pink, and that's kind of annoying. But what if I remove that from the shader? What if it still looks good? What if I don't need that there? Maybe that saves it. Phantom detail, right? Turns it like kind of pinkish. Yeah, we don't need that. Overrated. Actually, it's way too bright now. I'll just say it. It's definitely way too bright. Bring it down a bit. A little bit much. Okay, better. Still too bright though. I can never really get it to the shine that I want it to be at, but this is probably the closest I'll be able to get it. Pink Spirit? No, I'm good on the Pink Spirit. I didn't like that very much. This looks pretty decent, though. If I could get this to be really highly reflective, I'm not really sure what value is controlling the roughness on the metal part here. I think it's just hijacking the value from the others minus the specular tints. But it's okay. It's just so matte. Like, if it was silver and shiny like the Phantom, it really would make the biggest difference. Also, I'm going to re-export out a brand new JMS for this. Yeah. So let's get the new version of this in. Combat opening JMA. Did I save that as a Halo 1? What is happening? Positive on the x-axis. The rig is set up like any other rig that I could ever imagine. Why? What did the creator of this do that could possibly be any different? Hey, kitty cat. Nothing. Literally nothing. It's fine. Export it to a JMS again. Halo 3. I took mods to an entirely new level. Not really. I just wish everybody was doing what I was doing. Baby, baby, baby. Hey, sweet girl. You came up here to cuddle. That's very sweet of you, little pep. Alright, so we exported that. Now I can theoretically do this animation. Just a little 30 frame animation. Now, you know what? Fuck the 30 frames until I can figure this out. It's a 10 frame animation. Easy. Combat opening. This is when you get out. Halo 3, JMA, combat opening. We'll let that export. I'm gonna get rid of that, and I guess that'll just be how it be. It do be like that sometimes. Why is the Halo 5 assault rifle 36 bullets? Actually, it's not. Look at that. Look at that. Bet you didn't expect that. A 60 bullet AR? Guys, while this exports, I need you to look at Peppy. She's very cute. She demands to be held like this. It's very important to her. We would if you continued your hacking tutorials. Dude, there's so much. I don't even know how. I would have to do like hundreds of videos to cover everything required to make some of the stuff that I do. Like, I'm not joking. There's just so much to it. Being clashes so much of the things around it ain't even funny. Oh, you're right. It 100% does. It looks whack. Okay, I broke it, but that's good, to be honest. I gotta re-import the collision model with the new one, the physics model. And now... I think it's an animation graph is invalid now, so I gotta wait for the existing animations to finish exporting, and then we'll finally see it. But if you think this clashes, I mean, actually the Harvester with the new textures doesn't clash as much as it used to. It actually, genuinely, the textures did help. I thought that they weren't going to save it that much, but even though they're not even done yet, the Harvester stuff does seem to be a bit better. It does help. Harvester's looking good. It is looking pretty good. It needs a lot more work still, a lot more detailing, but it's getting there. It is getting there. Demand cuddles. Oh, it's very cute of you, Peppy. Does it have animations yet? Yeah, I have a really basic one. I think what I might do for a little bit after I get this little spirit in is just try to do some cool animations with this, because it could definitely use them. It could definitely use them. Make the legs wider, help with the visual style. Perhaps. I mean, I can show you what it looks like when it walks, though. It's kind of cool. Oh, Peppy. Oh, Peppy. You're so sweet, Peppy. You're so sweet. Little baby. You're just literally a little baby. Her tail gets curled up. Her tail's curled up on her like a little lemur. It's adorable. My kitten loves being held like that too. Oh, it's the best. It's just the best. You're such a little cuddler. Like, how am I ever supposed to stream and get modding done? He demands to be held like that? Yeah, she does the same. She'll come up to me and she like runs up, puts her paws up on my chest, and then just like tries to like force herself up in this position until I inevitably bring her like this. Like the rounded legs give it a weird look. It's not like very Halo 3ish. Screams more Halo 2. Yeah, the rounded legs, I think, if I ever redesigned this, if I was ever good enough to model and redesign this, I would definitely give it a like sharper aesthetic. The Halo 3, like, it has a lot of the same shape language as the Halo 3 Scarab, but it's too rounded because of that organic basis that it had. There should definitely be some sharp, harsh edges on it. 100%. If I squint, I can see the Harvester, the same type of vehicle as a Scarab. The new textures definitely help. I don't see that happening with the Halo 5 Spirit. No, the Halo 5 Spirit, that's just me being weird. I don't know. It's just always something I've wanted to do. The Harvester actually has hope. The Halo 5 Spirit has no hope. There's no hope at all. I'm just doing it because I'm, like I said, I'm being kind of weird about it. I want to see it. Kraken would be too big and would crash the game. I just wouldn't do the Kraken because there's no way to make that look good in Halo 3. It would just always look terrible. But for those who wanted to see it, here is the Harvester's temporary, very early walking animation. I think I'm going to work on it after I get, like I said, in a minute after the Spirit is actually functioning and flyable. I will probably work on a better walking animation for the Harvester. But it is animated. Because right now it's the most basic. Nicely done. I appreciate it, but it's extremely basic. Fart rockets so it can fly, of course. I imagine when this is like done, it'll look sick. It'll look really sick. It's also set up. The front four legs have IK. Does the gun work? No, not yet. It wouldn't be too hard to set it up to work though. Dude, I so badly want to get rid of this stupid fucking sack on the back, man. It's horrible. I want to texture the legs some more, give that a little bit of love. Whoa. Foot landed on the tower. That was not... Never mind, I'm not going to say it. Yeah, as you can see, the animation I have it right now on, it's a little bit glitchy. Looks like a fat tick. That's pretty much what it is. From everything I've seen, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is. A second foot has hit the top. Oh yeah, there we go. There it is. Look at that IK. Working Scarab style IK. We have the technology. Glitchy because I haven't set it up right, but it does work. Pretty cool. Basket Scarab. There it is. The one and only Basket Scarab. I bet it looks so much better with impacts and sounds. Oh yeah. Plus a better animation. That's not a real walking animation. That is a temporary, can I make it walk at all animation? Which the answer was yes, and now I get to make it actually look cool and interesting. All I did for that animation was move the legs. Make an IK rig, move the legs, and put it in the game. Now I get to make it have forceful impacts, add a lot of swaying and bobbing to the main body, make individual timing errors with the legs so it looks more organic and natural when it walks, etc., etc. A whole lot of little stuff. How will it blow up? Shoot gun good. Really good shoot gun. Shoot the gun really good. Okay, I gotta pee really quickly. I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh, plastered crab sent me kitty pictures. Oh. Oh. He's so cute. Kitty. Oh, kitty, kitty. Meow. Come here. Come here, Peppy. Come here, Peppy. It's the cutest damn cat I've ever seen. Except for my cat, who is cuter. The harvester would be terrifying to fight against. Oh yeah, I mean, even if you had literally a scarab, you are still pretty much fucked against the harvester. Like, look at this is ridiculous. Like, even in the driver's seat of the scarab, even with the scale being skewed in favor of the scarab with its camera all the way in the air at the maximum height of the scarab, looking down over top of the scarab. Bro. I would not feel good about this fight. I would not at all feel good about this fight. Happy. Go back. Unless they use longswords to drop nukes on it. We do have that option. We do have that option. I think I still have it. Ah, there we go. A long sword. It's beautiful. It's so damn beautiful. We named him Lorenzo because he's Italian and makes biscuits. That's funny. That was pretty funny. What did you do to make the back make it look more like Halo 3? Rebuild it completely. About it. That's your only hope of killing this thing. A literal nuke. I could not think of anything else. Oh, the lich blew up. Holy shit, that was awesome. The nuke can kill the lich. Confirmed. Base pickle explosion for it? That could work. Maybe. Yeah, we haven't done a lich explosion today, actually. You guys... something's wrong with me. We haven't done this. I don't know how. Yep. God, it's so beautiful. Did you fly the spirit? Not yet. I gotta... Is it export? Oh, the animation exported. Hold on. Or technically I did, but it was like super broken and I was flying it sideways for like some reason. I'm not entirely sure what was up with that. Combat opening, and then I gotta do combat closing. Exports. Sorry, I'm doing it in the background. 10 frames. That's gotten an interest in what I'm doing on my screen. Okay, I'm exporting in the background, but now I'm going to run the animation command so we can get this maybe possibly flyable. There it is! Okay, but is the camera optic so ugly? God, it's ugly. Looks so much better with Halo 5 shaders. And that's also making me realize that genuinely it looked better before I added the light colors to it. It actually just straight up looks better with the dark colors. I'm gonna switch it back, hold on. Dark colors plus vehicles, phantom bitmaps, phantom detail. That's as good as it's gonna get, to be honest. I could add the cool, like, engine effects, but I don't know. My brother in Christ, why is it sideways? I don't even care anymore, dude. We can just simulate flying it. Look, oh, I'm flying it. Wow. Good enough, dude. What the fuck? Is rotated it? Yeah, it is. I have everything is correct in Blender. Positive x-axis, front of the ship. I have no idea. It's some weird shit with the rig and the bones. I don't know. It's because it's like set up by some other person who didn't intend it for it to be in gameplay. If I was smart, I would have just re-rigged it myself and called it a day. But I wanted to reuse the rig because it had nice bone stuff set up. My fault for thinking I could do things the easy way. Ever, anytime, for any reason in Halo. You can't. Fun fact. Ever. Suffering. All the time. Suffering. Anyway, once that animation is done, hopefully it brings it a little better. It's so light. This is so light. Is the shell texture brighter than the phantom texture? But the phantom is really that bright. No, the phantom's darker. Looks so much better with a shiny metal complementing it rather than a dark grayish purple. Though, not the worst. This is why contractor rig is the worst. You get weird code and modeling. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. That's a lot. Whoa! Whoa! Unionist with a $76 tip! Good lord! Holy hell, that's a lot. Thank you very much. What the hell? You actually just finished off the entire daily, I wanted to see you hit your tip goal for the night. Hope you and everyone else on stream has a baller day. You just made it a baller day. That's so sick. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm literally out here just suffering with bullshit technical issues. Unionist. Thank you. That's amazing. I really appreciate it. That's so kind of you. What the hell? That ain't cheap. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yo, shout out Unionist. That's amazing. I can't remember the last time we hit the daily tip. A while ago. Oh, yep. Working as intended. Working as intended. Oh, thank you again. That's amazing. King Sidorak. Is that how you say it? King Sidorak? Sidorak? King Sidorak. Sounds better. Thank you so much for the $5, for the fifth ever super chat. Check your DM for what the Halo 4 saying Healy tongue do. Nope. Nope. You lost me. I will not, in fact, be checking my DMs because I don't want to know what it do. Please someone explain this mod. All I've seen is tentacle monster and a good-looking spirit. I can't believe you just said that. No, my fly cam isn't working. Dude, why is it like... It's a 50-50 roll whether or not my controller is going to work correctly these days. One of these days I am actually going to animate, or reanimate, the Halo 2 Scarab here. Because that walking animation is unfortunately way too slow for gameplay. It's a great animation, it's very authentic to Halo 2, but unfortunately it's just too damn slow. Is the scene placed wrong? It could be, but then it would not... I'm not sure, to be honest. I'll have to poke around it once the animation is done exporting. Are we going to destroy the basket Scarab? There's going to be a core inside it. Right here. There'll be a core. Hopefully get the lighting a little better, but it'll be like right here glowing. And then, of course, you can destroy the basket Scarab because I spent way too much time making its legs destroyable. Chunky goodness there, all getting blown up and stuff. Really taking the Scarab down. Eventually, it actually goes down. kind of think you should the underside, the green part. That's what everybody seems to think, and honestly, it's not a bad idea, but I just like the ability to, like, destroy its legs. It looks cool. And our spirit... Oh, the spirit animation exported. I don't think this is going to save it, but I... You know, it could. Maybe. Maybe it just was missing an animation, and that somehow broke the entire rig in a way that doesn't make any sense at all. Nope. Alright, there's only one winning move now. Like, I'm Doctor Strange with the one winning move. Hey! Banana Man with the $10 tip! Thank you so much! I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Much, much appreciated. You should also center the rear turret, because it bothers me. Center the rear turret. Is it not centered? Oh yeah, it is off-center. Funnily enough, not my doing. I did not do that. The rear turret is off-center because of bungee. I have not touched the markers on this thing at all. Not even a little bit. It is entirely bungee. They fucked that up. But yeah, I can center it. 100%. Okay, where is the... Is it the driver's seat? Driver... No, the driver's seat is facing directly forward and is, in fact, on the bone, spirit, the main bone that connects everything else. I genuinely have no idea what's wrong with this rig, but I've decided, since I'm never going to animate this, I don't care at all about a working rig, and I'm going to rebuild the rig entirely. So I'm going to delete, or make a new Spirit Anims 2, delete the existing rig, make a new rig, single bone armature, and the bone is going to be called the same thing it was before, Spirit. And then I'm going to give it another bone, though, for the turret. Actually, this bone's not going to do anything, but there's going to be another one. This one's going to be called Gun, and I'm going to pretend like it's a gun that does a thing, but it's not actually going to do anything at all. And it's just going to kind of sit near the gun. I'm going to pretend like maybe one day I'll do something with it, but I actually won't. Still working on the glassing, figuring out some more effects to pull off. Do it tastefully, don't ever overdo it, but I believe in you. Alright, so there's that, right? Very simple. Very demure. So we grab the physics and the main object, put it on the armature, pose mode, not pose mode, parent it to the armature object. Then we grab the collision model and all the markers, we parent that to the armature specifically on the main spirit bone, right there. Parent to bone, boom. Now we're good. This is now perfectly valid. Now I can get rid of the old animations that we were using, completely useless to us now. I hate them, they're dumb. Then we can make a dummy animation just so that this works at all in any capacity. And I'm going to do that by going here, making a new animation. I'm going to call it any idle. This animation is not going to do anything except exist, so that way we can get this in the game. So we're going to put a keyframe there, move it up, over, rotate it randomly, and then it's going to go back to its resting pose. And nobody will ever know that this thing is animating invisibly in the background because it doesn't affect anything at all. Last but not least, we just got to fix our armature modifiers on everything here, so that way anything that needs an armature modifier is set. And I think it's good. Now, actually, for real, I can put this in the game. Try again. I think it might actually export quickly now because it's not using whatever rig it had before, which was like cursed for some weird ass reason. I'm going to go to pose mode. We're going to choose the idle animation, ends at frame 10. Export, watch. If this takes like 2 seconds, I'm going to be so happy. Any idle. It's done. It literally was done the moment I pressed enter. That's amazing, dude. That's what it should have been doing the whole time instead of making me want to rip my hair out the entirety of this stream. That took literally 2 seconds, as it always should have. Kraken is 5x bigger than the Harvester? Are you serious? I knew it was big, but that's disgusting. The Harvester's already stupidly big. Okay, so our tuning fork should be working here in a second. Stream number 13 of Asking Rejected to add the skiff. Listen, if there is a skiff model somewhere, I would be more than happy to add it into the game. That would be super awesome. But I don't believe there is a model for it, unfortunately. I sent a video of inside tour of how massive it is. It's been so long since I last played. Oh! King Sidori, that is the worst video you could ever have sent. I hated that so much. Halo 5 Kraken versus Harvester size comparison. Oh my god, why? That's insane. Holy, I don't even remember doing this mission anymore. That's wild. That is actually wild. Yet. Okay, does it? Did I fix it by getting the new rig? I did. Let's go. A little bit floaty for its mass. I might have to adjust its mass and its flying torque scale to 1, perhaps. Yeah, that's a little better. What the fuck is that? It's the Halo 5 spirit. I was being weird today, and I decided to put the Halo 5 spirit in the game. I don't know why. Don't ask. I don't know what I was thinking. It's weird. I'm weird for this. But I always thought it looked kind of cool. I was hoping that putting it in the game I could make it look good, but honestly, it just doesn't look good with Halo 3 shaders. Also, it doesn't help that I'm literally unable to get a good metallic shader working on it, so it's always going to look worse than it could, theoretically. Which sucks. But it's interesting nonetheless. I just want so badly to make this metallic. Is there any way I could do that? I don't think there is unless I manually went into Blender and cut everything out. Which I fucking am definitely not doing. I'm definitely not doing that. Actually, wait, skiff? Wait, is there actually a skiff? I thought the skiff was like a super unfinished thing. That like barely existed as a model in like some cut in like deep within the files of Infinite somewhere. I remember seeing people spawning that stuff in, but that was like ages ago. It looks alright though. I really do wish I could get it shiny though. It's ugly as shit. Ugh. Not a huge fan. If there was something cursed I could try to maybe sort of get it to work, but I don't know. Oh. Ooh. Crab just sent me something very interesting. Hold on, I'm checking something. Just let me cook here for a moment. We could reduce reflections. I think it might be savable. Reduce the reflections, make it a little bit darker, because I think overall the color is just too light. And then also, there's only one way I could get this dark gray-ish part to be the proper metallicity, and that is to completely give it its own material. But then that would massively impact the rest of this. Unfortunately, the only way I could think of doing it cleanly would be to manually go in and cut out all the dark spots in Blender by hand for every individual shape and area that these are in, and then assign it to another material. That's it. There is legitimately no other way. And it's totally doable. I could absolutely do that. It would just take a really long time. There's a destroyed skiff model in Infinite. That's it, other than the unfinished one. I don't think I've ever seen the destroyed one. Was it a Gene song? Yeah. We sure can. Sorry, I'm looking at something right now. Yeah, this was really interesting. Somewhere in Halo Infinite's campaign, this was a thing. Very, very interesting. Yeah, that's it at nighttime. Here's it in the day. It's kind of cool. It literally just looks like, I don't know, just like another brute vehicle, really. Can you add the Mega Bloks version? No, I'm not gonna add the Mega Bloks version. Here's the skiff in game. It doesn't have any textures, but this is the model of the skiff. I don't know if this is finished. It looks like a little bit lower poly than I would expect from Infinite, but then again, Infinite is carried hard by its textures. But yeah, this is what the skiff theoretically would look like. Oh, and it's drivable. Holy shit. I didn't expect that. I feel like that scale might be a little off. It might be a little bit big. Turret's, maybe that's just the wrong turret vehicle for it. No, that looks like it's the right one. Oh, I lied. Never mind. The positioning of the marker is just a little low. But yeah, the skiff seems... why would they cut this, dude? Why not just finish it up? It's got effects out the back. It's got like a vent effect. It's got vehicle physics. I mean, obviously this version in here doesn't have textures, but given that there's a one in campaign that's crashed, obviously they do have textures for it internally. The fucking brute chopper. I mean, it's much closer to the Prowler than it is the chopper. But it's really big. It's a lot bigger than the Prowler or the chopper. It'd be great to see what this looks like in full detail. Basically makes it a more beautiful Prowler for sure. I mean, if I had the model for it, even if there weren't textures for it, I'd be more than happy to go in and try my hand at doing some substance painting, a lot like how I'm doing here. I'm hardly an amazing texture artist, but Substance Painter carries hard with metal vehicles like that. And I think I can make it look actually, you know, pretty decent. Better than this. Yeah, I don't know why I put in the effort of making this, to be honest. Really pointless. But kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Halo 5 stuff and Halo 3 is just whack. At least it looks decent. Like, it's a good port. All Spirit, no Harvester. Yeah, we're going to move on to the Harvester now. I think we're long overdue. Unless. Nah. That was like a part of me that was like, what if we did the Phantom? But no, I'm gonna be honest, I'm good on that. It has always been an interesting design, but no thanks. Remember flying this in Forge on Halo 5? There was like a model of this that you could attach to like a Banshee. That was kind of fun. Alright, we're gonna go to the Harvester Animation 4, which isn't Doom music. It does kind of have that vibe to it. It's H2A music. Sorry, I was looking at pictures of the skiff on the side, seeing if there's anything extra info that ever came out about it, but there doesn't seem to be too much. This is the walking animation as it stands now. Nothing particularly special about it. You know, it's a walking animation. But what would make it interesting and kind of special is if, for one, I did a little bit of movement to the body itself. So I want to do that first and foremost. I feel like that's going to be kind of a big deal. So when it lifts up its leg and it gets to like the high point here, which is frame 60, when you lift up your leg to walk in real life, the gait raises your hips up. So I want to mimic that a little bit here by moving it up like that. And then as it comes down to place its foot down, we'll do the inverse and repeat for the next part. And then there we go, so we get a little bit of bobbing motion, but obviously no bobbing motion is linear. That would be a little bit silly. So considering the two legs rise up on the left side here, and only one leg rises up on that side, I think there should be a lean kind of toward this way to give a little bit of space. Should be x minus 1, gx1, should be y minus 1, what? Oh, I'm rx minus 1. So like that. Kind of leans up. I'll see if that looks like it's not enough. So it'll be rx1. Pretty subtle motion, to be honest. I don't know if 1 degree is enough to be like visible. You can see it in speed, but what is this song? This is Follow and Play. This is a good one. But I'm gonna skip. Honestly, love the H2A soundtrack. Yeah, it's really good. Really, really good. Now, obviously, I don't just want to keep the animation so simple, right? Like it's the legs all lift up at the same time and they go down at the exact same time. So I'm actually going to make a new save for this. And the way I'm going to start to move some things around is to grab the back leg. So this back leg, I think I'm going to offset all 4 legs a little bit. So this one, this back leg, I'm going to offset its movement about 10 frames. And then I'm going to offset this one. Let's see, in total we have 30 frames per second. I'll offset the other one by like 5 frames. Will that look bad? What about 15 frames? Yeah, 15 frames is fine. So that offsets about 15 frames. It takes about, wait, no, it raises up at frame 60. So theoretically, some of these legs could move a bit faster. All right, in that case, I'm actually going to move this to about 20 frames. Then it'll be 10 frames, so 0, 10, 20. They all reach their peak at about 60 frames. I'm gonna make the peak of the far one a little bit delayed to 80 frames. And then as for the back leg over here, which I had to raise up a little higher. Oh, we're listening to flood music right now. This back leg takes about an extra 10 frames. I'm also going to delay its rise to its peak by about 10 frames as well. And then a fun part about this is, since this is the first part where it doesn't have to have all feet on the ground right at the end to loop correctly, what I can do is actually offset the time. So you see they all hit the ground at the same time right there. I'm going to offset all of these a decent amount as well. I'm going to offset that one 10 frames. And then for the middle one over here, this one's going to be offset 20 whole frames. I think that looks a lot more organic and interesting already. I think the legs should be like all out of order. Maybe like EP. I wonder what this will look like tomorrow. I guess you'll have to find out, Galaxy. Appreciate you tuning in though. Alright, at 120. Lego block Phantom? What? Oh, you're talking about the Halo Infinite Phantom. It's literally just a worse Halo Wars 2 Phantom. It is what it is. I don't know. Somebody looked at that Phantom and gave it the thumbs up, which is crazy to me because it's just an objectively worse version of the Halo Wars 2 Phantom. I know I say objectively on an art style thing, but like, you know, I stand by what I said. Comes to this next part. I kind of like the idea of the smaller individual leg on this side being delayed by quite a bit. That's what I'll do. I'll delay that by 20 frames here, and then I'll delay its rise by about 20 frames. I'll have that one come down absolutely last. As for these two legs that are rising up here, the front one, I'm actually going to delay the front one by 10 frames, delay it by 10 frames there, but a little crazy with it. I'm going to pull it back so it also reaches the ground 10 frames earlier, so it's kind of a quicker motion. And then for this last one all the way over here, this one I guess would be the on time one. No, because this one's the on time one, right? That one just needs to be moved, like, even more. Anyway, this one is pulled off of its timing. This one should probably be pulled off its timing as well. Alright, let's see. How does that look? I think this is pretty cool. I think this is pretty cool. Already a way better animation. Genuinely way, way better already. So I'm going to save. I want to see what this looks like in game now. Once again, not finished, but better. So we're going to do all bones selected, all frames selected, pose, animation, bake action. We want to bake with visual key and clearing constraints. Then we can go into the armature here and delete all of our extra IK bones because these are not acceptable in game. Then I can take this entire animation at frame 240 and export it. This becomes our new Halo 3 move front. And that is how fast a gigantic 240 frame animation should export. I think I'm losing my mind with that. Infinite vehicles, try to have vehicle debris challenge. They really did try with the updates to the game. They really did. It helped. It did help. Can't say that it didn't. A little bit late, but it helped. Alright, here goes nothing. Let's see if the new animation looks better. Oh, right. The IK might make it a little funky. I don't have the timing quite down on those. It does look a little more organic already, I'll say that. The IK timings in the animation graph are making it a little off. I have those manually set. I'll have to tweak that. An improvement, to be sure. That said, there's one thing that's bothering me a lot. There's one thing that's bothering me a lot, which is when these feet come down, they kind of like softly rest on the ground because that's just how their keyframes are animated. That irks me to no end. I need all of these that come down and touch the ground to like not do that. So I'm gonna make a new thing here. We're gonna do the graph editor. Okay, I'm not going to do the graph editor to edit it. I'm going to do something probably way more cursed, and I hope no real animators are watching. It'll be really embarrassing if they are. The way I'm going to do it is right here at... When do you touch the ground? This finally... touches the ground at frame 120 exactly, right? So that's where I want it to be, at frame 120. I'm gonna go one frame backwards, and then I'm gonna insert a keyframe, and I'm gonna put that all the way back here. So it's gonna like now have like a harsh impact. Boom. Boom. That has some more weight to it, to be honest. There's a lot more weight to that. It does still slow down a little bit, but what did I offset that by? 10 frame? Yeah, we can do 10 frame offset. So I'm going to try that with everything here. So any other ones down low on the graph? Okay, wait, another one down low on the graph. This one touches the ground here at frame 140. I'm going to move back to 139. Insert a keyframe and move it back to like 10 frames on the graph. And now it's got some more impact to that. Well, honestly, not as much as I thought it would. Cool. Alright, I think I found a better solution. There are some... Let's try Quartic. Quartic's not bad. Hey, Darksteel, thank you for the $2 tip. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh, no. Speed up on the end of those good. Thank you so much for the $2 tip. Thank you. You said check stream chat for a quick chuckle. Read past this only after you check. Okay, I'm getting real involved here. Let's see. Stream chat. What is this? Tax Heaven 3000? That is not a safe for work game. Yes, this can in fact fill out your 2022 tax returns, and no, it is shockingly not a scam. It is theoretically possible someone's waifu filled out their taxes for them. Why? Is she single? Like, what? What? It's just for that year, though. Can they make a 2023 one, please? I hate filling out my taxes. It sucks ass. I'm listening to flood music. Holy shit, you still online? I mean, I've not even streamed for 3 hours yet. I'm out here. I do like the way it like punches downwards. Boom, 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 boom. It's gonna be. I think this is gonna make the animation just like feel a lot more interesting. So we go like up, and then let me boom, zoom. That's cool. That's very cool. Which ones don't have that yet? I don't think this one has it. Aha! Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see if that... I feel like that's going to look a lot more interesting leg-wise. That should provide some impact. And then when it finally, like, smashes into the ground properly, it's going to feel extremely satisfying and cool. I should probably put a temporarily, like, explosive, powerful effect thingy on it. I don't know. Back leg should be turned toward the back so it can support the weight. Actually, that's a pretty good point. I probably should. Will I do that? I don't know. Well, maybe. Possibly. In the meantime, though, what is this? This is a librarian's gift? Oh, dude. Oh, man. Oh, man. If there's one thing that made me really pissed off, okay, it's the fact that even just naming a soundtrack for the Halo 2 anniversary bit for something that happened after the trilogy makes me wanna punch a wall. That was never the plan. Do not infect your fucking Forerunner trilogy stuff into my Bungie game. Duh. Guh. It drags itself on the ground. Yeah, like that one king guy in Attack on Titan. Forget his name. Alright, let's do animation, bake action, with everything, blah, blah, blah. And we can edit, get rid of all these extra bones so that Halo lets us import this. There we go. Let's put it in the game. Foreigners are still ancient humans in my heart. That makes 2 of us. So that makes 2 of us. Doesn't Blam support procedural animations? Would they look as good as regular animations? It does up to 4 legs. Well, okay, not full procedural, but yeah, that's what I'm using for this. That said, before we even look at this, I do have to edit the procedural animations a bit because they're completely out of time. And it's a bit awkward. So we're gonna do the front 4 legs and get them kind of loaded up with the correct stuff. So we gotta go to the Giants folder where I have the harvester, into its animation graph, and we gotta go into the walking animation here. So for the right front foot, I'm gonna look at that in Blender real quick. The right front foot, it moves on. Right front foot moves originally unlocked at frame 0. Technically it's frame 0, so it's unlocked at frame 0. Or it starts unlocking at frame 0, and it becomes fully unlocked at frame 30, let's say. Then when it hits the ground at frame 120, I believe it should be fully locked at frame, which is 119. And then we could do before that 30. We start locking at frame 119 and have it fully locked at 121. Just 2 frames later. I think that's okay. We can make it so that it's a 3-frame lock, so it kind of hits the ground and then it is in there 3 frames later. I think that's good. Next leg is L2 over here. So this far back one is L2. And this one is also on the same gist here, except it starts unlocking at frame 20. And then it should be finished unlocking at what, frame 50? Yeah, frame 50. And then when it finally hits the ground, it's at frame 140. And it's fully locked at frame 142. Okay, we're almost done. And then for foot L1, which is over here, on the ground until frame 150 is when it starts unlocking. And at frame 180 is when it's completely unlocked. And then when it hits the ground, it is at frame 230. Then 232. And then last leg, I swear. Yuki, thank you for the 2. Appreciate it. As requested, check the M-Star. Ooh, the glassing animation. Give me 1 second to finish filling this out and check out the animation, and then I am all there. 140 is the unlocking start, and then it ends at 170 when it finishes unlocking. As for when it slams down to be locked in is 240, 239, 238 to 239. I just realized everything does need to be offset by 1 frame because of I am exporting it 1 frame off. Fix that real quick. 39 to 141, 19 to 49, 29. Okay. Now we can finally see how this looks. Toa, thank you for the 5er as well. Much appreciated. Thank you as always for your support. For IK on the 3rd pair of legs, could you perhaps attach a second entity to the harvester to act as those legs? I don't believe so, no. I mean, that's theoretically possible, but I personally do doubt that is like a valid way of doing things. Not impossible, but I think just faking the IK as though it's walking on a plane is probably the move. Regardless, let's see. Let's see if I got it looking decent. Ooh, that's better. I got a lot of airtime, to be honest, but the way they hit the ground with force is a lot better, to be honest. Ooh, ooh! I mean, the 3rd pair of legs in the back, they don't look too bad. Like, they're never going to be great, but on a flat surface, they're okay. I think this thing is moving like 2 times the distance it's supposed to be. Not entirely sure, though. I will say, setting the interpolation on that definitely makes it feel more impactful. I gotta add effects. I absolutely have to add effects to this thing when it's walking. That is no longer optional. That is the next thing I'm doing immediately. Ground shake, dust particles, all that stuff. It needs to have it. I need, when this thing walks, to feel the earth moving. All right, now let's see that glassing beam from Yuki. So we got a fair bit to update, and I'll add camera shake effects, but I love how I pulled off the clouds. Also, it's a sneak peek on a game you're working on. All right, let's see this. This is what kids in the year 2549 play, simulating the Covenant glassing their lovely planet on future Roblox. What do you hear that? Halo 4 green lights! No! That sound is horrifying. Ooh. Yeah, and the giant radiation cloud impacting you, that goes crazy. Yeah, that's pretty sick. I gotta be honest. That's pretty dope. Walk away. What the fuck? Sort of massive death explosion. Guys. I know what to do all of a sudden. I just had an enormous, large, violent brain blast. I'm adding what am I adding? Hold on, let's go back to Harvester 7. Do I even have do I have a marker I could put effects on or no? I do not. Okay, so we gotta make that. Duplicate foot L1. This is gonna be FX foot L1. We're gonna flip that around. We need these markers to exist because this will let us play cool effects. So we're gonna duplicate that. That's FX foot L1. This becomes FX foot R1. And if I just duplicate a bunch of these, put this in a game, I can make giant stomping, shaking, violent effects, destroying everything, and it's going to be very damn cool. Make this one, then we only have 2 more after this. Okay, I think it's just this one here. Hey, Rusty Quarters with the 2. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Oh, that's supposed to be L2. You said when the legs lift up, the feet should dangle a bit. Oh, yes. I'm going to be rotating the feet. Originally, I was going to animate the feet separately. They were going to be entirely separate from the IK rig, but the IK rig itself was having some trouble just due to the nature of how it was in-game with I don't know, some stuff, I forget. I might be able to make it work, but long story short, there were some issues with the IK rig, so I couldn't have the feet be separate. But yeah, now I'm going to animate the feet individually to have them kind of like, it'll feel a lot better to have the feet not just be like extensions of the leg, stiff and static. So yeah, to answer your desire, yes, I think that is a great idea, and I'm totally going to do it. Okay, so now we got all of our FX, foot L1, L2, L3, blah, blah, blah. Let's export this to a JMS into the game. And then whenever that's done, we can put some cool effects onto the harvester, which is pretty rad. We have particle effects for when the feet stomp on the ground. That is exactly what we're doing right now, Ziegler. Oh, I accidentally hit the armature. Let's try that again. So we'll export that, and then I'm going to start with the Mantis Stomp effect. I think the Mantis, Super Mantis Stomp is a pretty good effect to use for this. Not step impact, but landing impact. So we're going to go to Objects, Giants, Harvester, FX. I'm going to call this one Stomp Impact. Throw that in there. Then we want to put the only marker in this effect to be called Replace. Did that finish? Oh no, it's still going. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it's already set. So then what I can do is pretty basic stuff. So on the walking animation, we're going to put Stomp Impact on FX foot R1, where it locks at frame 121. So that's when we're going to put the effect. We're going to do another one on L2, which is the next one. So this one locks at frame 141, which means that's when the foot actually comes down. Then foot L1 locks at frame 231. And then last but not least, we have foot R2, which locks at 239. That should be all of them having Stomp Impact. Now we just got to wait for it to import in the game so we have the markers to play those effects on. And we should be good. Finishing assets that 343 would never do. Well, I'm also getting a little bit crazy by porting them into Halo 3 and like changing up their art style as well. And this has got, I mean, Dude, I was supposed to do all the textures for the upper legs today, because I haven't done any textures for these two joints, and I haven't even finished the textures for the legs yet, because I still have a bunch more empty spots. I was supposed to do that today, and instead, we got distracted with an ugly-ass Halo 5 Spirit, which I don't even like. And I would have to put way more work than I'm willing to put in to make it... Like, in order to like this, I would have to cut out the entire texture here. And I'm sorry, but no. Why did you make it then? I don't know. I'm just weird like that sometimes. I don't really have like a to-do list that's like, you have 3 days to finish this. So I get really distracted sometimes, and I'm just like, I guess I'll just do literally some random ass shit today. That's not the, oh man, I just imported the fucking tuning fork. That's not what I meant to do. I'm supposed to be importing the harvester. Tool, render. Alright, we're getting it in the game now. I want everyone to know I'm eating an orange. It's very important for you all to know that. Wow, that was amazing. What did you do? Do you eat oranges like that all the time? That's pretty amazing. I know quite a bit about the harvester. Well, that makes one of us, because I sure as hell don't. I'm just here to retexture it and try to make it look passable in Halo 3. I'm really trying out here, okay? I'm really trying. I want to get rid of that giant bloated tick bag thing on the back. So goddamn bad. It's so hideous. Make that thing drag on the ground. I don't know. That would be pretty weird if it just dragged on the ground, you know? Oh, it's in. Okay. Did we save the animation graph? We did. Let's see what happened. Ooh. Also, side note, another thing that would be cool is when a foot lifts up off the ground, to have, like, ambient dirt fall off of it. That would be cool. I might do that. Dude, why are the impacts too small? Those are the gigantic Mega Mantis impacts, and they're too small. Bro, what? Are you kidding me? How? Those are like the biggest impacts I have. How are they too small? What the fuck? What the fuck? This thing is literally too large. It's actually too large. I have to take the stomp impact and up the size of almost every particle, radius, velocity, everything, in order to make this make sense. So we have a decal system and a damage effect. I'm not even going to touch those right now. That's fine. All right, so we have this particle here, burst spray. Let's see, what is this? Is the first particle when it stomps its foot down. It looks like a brown version of this. Okay, those are pretty important. I feel like I've seen a bunch of those when it walks. So I'll make these a bit bigger. I think they just spray out of, yeah, like a one degree radius. Excuse me. I'm gonna try doubling the size of these impacts. Straight up, just take the scale. Right now it's 2 to 6. I'm gonna do 4 to 12. Let's see what that looks like. Just from the one particle, I got like 8 more to do on this effect. Maybe a little too big. I'll cut it. I'll keep it bigger, but I'll cut it down ever so slightly. Well, from 2 to 6 to 3 to 9. All right, moving on. We have extra large dirt spray, which impact extra large is this texture. Okay, so it's just a bunch of like dust and dirt and stuff going everywhere. That's fine. So for this one, it emits a tiny radius at a decent angle, a bunch of stuff that lasts for up to 3 seconds. I'm going to double the particle size and the velocity. See what that looks like. Fine, didn't even notice. Now we have impact chunks. Honestly, I just need to up the scale on those. Nah, you know, we don't need impact chunks. These are literal, or wait, are these the 3D chunks? Oh, no, they're not. No, wait, we do want these. I lied. I thought these were the 3D ones. Those would have been kind of useless, but no, these are good. Their lifespan, it's fine. They have a good lifespan for this. The size, though, the size is kind of a problem. 175 becomes 135. This becomes 0.5. And their velocity, maybe like 4.5 to 3.5. That should just add a little bit of velocity and scale to them, make it a little nicer. The crest is another important one, in my opinion. I already know what they look like. Initial velocity. I'm going to keep the velocity the same, but I'm going to double the size. That's 3.5 to 3. All right, let's see what we're working with now. Still feeling very small, but that's mostly due to the fact that every effect is kind of being consumed up in the foot as it stands. I could realistically get rid of most of those and we wouldn't even see... Oh, sorry. We wouldn't even see a huge difference. I may actually do that for optimization reasons, but... Now we get into some big stuff with it, which is the stuff I added to this effect originally. Soft, smoke, large, directional dirt. This is going to make a big difference. The size, immediately going to double it. We're going to see if the velocity makes a difference. Now that's better. That's already better. I think the velocity is fine, but that size made a huge difference. So the next one is large impact dirt. Which is a brown version of this. These are always important. I'm going to increase their velocity. Starts at 10. I'm going to just double it straight up. And I'm going to double their size as well because I'm just crazy, man. I'm just actually insano mode. Alright, that's fine. I think that was the one that... That's the ground-based shockwave. So that one basically just increases the shockwave, which is cool. We have more generic clumps dirt. I have no idea genuinely what this does in the effect. So we're just gonna double all the values. Oh my god, I feel like I just started dying. My goodness. Initial velocity 5 to 3.5. That sneeze actually just... It's over, man. This is it for me. Then... Last but not least, I'm just going to do this one. Like that, and then up its velocity to like 9 to 16. I have no idea if it'll look good, but here we go. Here goes nothing. Yeah, that's better, to be honest. That's quite a lot better. I feel like the effect might be triggered. Oh, the effect is triggering a little late. Hold on, those are not. That's not how it's supposed to look. I do actually have the effects triggering late. I think. Do I? When does L1 land? When do you land L1? That's fine. Open recent animation 5. L1 lands at 230, which is 229 initially. Okay, so the start locking, actually, that's why it feels a little bit off, is because it was a little bit off. This one is at 239 for R2, which actually should be 238. And then the effect at here, 141, actually should have been 139 all along. And then I can presume this one's probably 119. Yeah. Okay, let's give that one a look. That should be a little bit better. Once you add screen shake, it'll tie it together. It should have screen shake. I'm going to have to just up the radius on the screen shake. Also, the sound. No, we have had sound. I didn't have sound muted. I don't know, just not playing any noise. I think I might have had sound effects on it. Let me see. Does this have an effect sound? A shockwave on the stomp to knock you back would be cool. It actually does have one. If I was a player there, you would see it. I'm going to increase the damage radius and like the shake radius and everything. But yeah, I actually don't have a sound on this, funnily enough. I'm going to go ahead and add like the Scarab landing sound from campaign, at least as a temporary one. Should be under, what, device machines, Scarab. Not big steps. Orbital bounce. I think it's mono hit 1 is the Scarab impacting sound. But then we have the landing impact damage. This is being used on the Super Mantis. We're going to make our own version of this on the Harvester. Damage, effects, step, impact. This will be our damage effect. And then we do need a secondary tag inside here that is going to add this. We have the damage response is explosion large, really? Nick with the $6 tip! Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You said it's crazy the last 2 streams since you started modding the Harvester, your view spiked to 100 plus. Nice to see you getting more support, big guy. Love you. Well, thank you. That's so nice. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've been pleasantly surprised about that as well. I noticed. I try not to say anything because I don't want things to ever be about views. But yeah, I'm also really happy about that, actually. And I haven't even made the... I haven't posted a video in, like, forever, and we're still getting decent views, so that's awesome. I'm really happy about it. It's kind of sucks, you know, to have your views go down over time, but it's good to see things raise up like this. I genuinely did not expect it as a result of doing the Harvester, but I'm already so deep in the Harvester, it's very motivating. It's very, very motivating. Alright, let's do shake radius. What's the shake radius going to be on this? Right now it's 17. I'm going to make it 100. That might be insane, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, that sound is really terrible, but that, other than the sound being terrible, that was pretty cool. I think it should be maybe the surround hit one. Yeah, I got suggested to your channel because of the Harvester. Well, hopefully I don't disappoint with these fun mod stuff I'm doing here. Ooh. Dude, it's pretty cool, man. That shit's pretty cool. Oh, I wish I could make it just like walk forever, honestly. It shoots stuff. Oh my god, let's go. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do for the beam. For the most part, I'm going to be taking some pretty big creative liberties with the beam. For some reason, I feel the Harvester should sound sharper, as if it were screaming whenever it walks. Well, it definitely needs some walking sounds for when its legs, like, lift up and stuff. I could use, like, the Halo 2 sounds for when its legs lift up, theoretically. We'll see, though. That one didn't play. I saw that. It was the middle leg. You think you can just not play because you trigger on frame 240? Is that it? Wait, I'm an idiot. Well, actually, that's not true. I'm a complete genius. Maybe the smartest person in the whole world, possibly ever. That said, I did do something kind of dumb because I only have 4 of the legs doing effects because I only had access to 4 IK legs. But even though these back 2 don't interact with the terrain, they still need to be creating giant stomp effects. IMO, in my honest IMO. I'm honesting. Alright, we're going to add another one. This is Stomp Impact. This will be on FX, foot, L3. Now, in Blender, L3 hits the ground. So this is L3, left 3. It hits the ground at frame 220. So 219 in here. we get the stomp impact, and then on R3, which is the opposite rear one, it hits the ground at frame 130, aka 129 in here. Okay, let's try that out. And maybe I fixed the middle frame as well, that'd be nice. Yeah, the rear ones are playing now. Oh, dude, that's fucking scary. That is actually intimidating. I would, maybe I'll replace the idle animation with this just to see it move. Can we see you get stepped on? Yeah, you know, let me try replacing the idle animation with the walking animation really quickly. I don't know if that'll work, but I'll try it. Then maybe I can like walk around and like actually get stepped on from it. Oh yeah, that seems to work. Oh shit. That was like actually scary, dude. I'm not even lying, like that shit was spooky. I want to post this on Twitter so bad, but the textures aren't done, dude. The thigh textures are super plain and boring. I'll give it tripod sounds. Yeah, just having it going, wow. Okay, it would be kind of nice to add some of like the Scarab leg sounds when its legs move. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about them. I think you would recognize the sound if I played it for you. Let me throw it onto the animation real fast. Sound reference. It would be, I guess it would be under the Scarab. Scarab walk. I think it'd be walk move, not walk move short, because I mean it's big. Better to use the longer sound. Oh shoot, I'm on expert mode still. That whirring. Yeah, this is the Halo 3 one. I think it's the same as Halo 2. Yeah. All right, let me add this in real quick. My roommate needs my needs a hand with something real quick. I'll do that real fast. Yeah, you know what? Give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna go help her out. She needs some help with something. I'll be right back. Alright, it's nice to come back and see some crazy shit going down. Okay, let's add a little bit of sounds to it. Maybe these walking sounds will be cool. What's the radius on these? How far do they play? Up to 250 world units? I think we'll be able to hear those. I think it'd be cool to add those. I want these walking sounds to play... I guess I'll use the feet to trigger the sounds, because it's not like you're really going to be able to tell a massive difference anyway. Alrighty. Excuse me. Oh, Peppy, you just need love and attention all day. All day, don't you? Oh, you're so sweet. Let's do one leg at a time. We'll do it in the same order that it is on the effects. So we start with R1. So R1 triggers a movement sound literally at frame 0. We'll do frame 1. I think it should work at frame 0, but whatever. Then we do the next one, which is L2. So the middle foot on the left. This one triggers its movement sound at, I'll just say 25. And the next one is L1, which that is the front one here. That triggers its movement sound roughly at 155. Doesn't need to be exact. Then the next one we're looking for is R2, which is the middle one over here. And that one lifts up at like 147. And we'll duplicate again. And then we're on to L3, which is second to last one, and that is the far left back one. This one triggers its movement sound at around 130. And lastly, I presume, is L3, or R3, whatever, R3. I think I said it wrong the first time, but I knew what I meant. That's what's important. Let's say 22. Don't I already have one on 22, though? I had one on 25. All right, let's see. You can hear it? It's really subtle, but you can hear it. It gets drowned out a little, but it's there. Dude, that's so cool. That's so cool. Kigyar with the $5, first of all. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have you heard of Branching Sickness Project, and would you consider working on it? I have heard of it. It's amazing. But everyone on that team is way more talented than me. I'm a good Halo modder. I am not. They're like AAA dev qualities. I would love to work on it, but I genuinely don't think I have a skill set good enough, and I have ADHD that's unmanaged that would make me terrible to work on with a team. Though it would be a dream come true to work on a project like that if I didn't already need to spend all my time modding Halo in the way that I do. It's a pipe dream. But it would be nice. Jank, thank you for the tenor. 2 $5s. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. You said, I love this cashier style modding with Halo 3 textures on a ported object. Me too, actually. I'm enjoying this way more than I thought I would. This is awesome. Also, are destructible legs that change movement speed because of missing legs possible, or only one movement track per vehicle? I don't think so. Not with giants in this way. Not to my knowledge, anyway. Maybe? Oh, Peppy. That's crazy. Does it start walking up walls? I don't remember if I set it up to do that. Oh, I think it does. Let's see how it fares. No, maybe not. It doesn't seem to be taking on any lighting. The stupid backside. I know. I really want to replace the entire model of it. Because from the front, I actually think this is pretty good looking. But from the back, like if I'm going to do a showcase of this on Twitter, I'm for sure not showing the backside of it. That is just not happening. It just looks too bad. But this is cool. This is damn cool. Oh, I just realized this one's been walking here the whole time. Like, theoretically, I don't know if I really want to necessarily put this on the map, but theoretically, if I did, you would see some crazy shit. Hey, Peppy. See it walk over these giant structures like it's no biggie. Well, that's horrifying. This thing's way too cool to not have on the map. I suppose so. build more armor plating on the backside for sure. The model isn't meant to be seen from all sides? Yeah, that is the problem. On the front it looks great. That's the intention where you're supposed to see it. Everywhere else, not so much. All right, Peppy, we're gonna let the giant bug robot walk over us. All right, we're gonna let the bug robot walk over. Is that a good deal? Then you can get pets. Is that a good deal for you? I have to hold my cat, so we're gonna watch this happen one more time while I do so. It's so fucking intimidating, dude. I mean, the animations aren't even done yet. I mean, they look a lot better. But... how do you get on it? Well, currently you can't. I want to do the interior and make it so you can go inside, because it does have a full interior, like the exact one from Halo 4. But I'm probably going to redo the interior, to be honest. Make it more Halo 3-like. I don't see a world in which I am ever happy with the Halo 4 style of interior. Why is the assault rifle red? Because this map I'm on is Extinction. It's a remake of an old Halo CE map, custom edition map, and on that map, the creator put a red assault rifle for some reason. Hey, Peppy. Yeah, this is looking pretty cool. Ooh, what's the view look like from up here in the lich? See it down below us. Holy shit, is it reaching all... oh my god, it's reaching all the way up to the lich. That's so crazy. I did not expect it to be that tall. I'm watching Godzilla walk by, dude. You should make it where you take explosive damage for anywhere near the legs when they land. You do. I just don't have the radius very high. Speaking of, try to toss Godzilla in the scene for his comparison. I actually did that not too long ago, and Godzilla is tiny. To be fair, it's the -1 Godzilla. I don't have the super tall legendary MonsterVerse Godzilla in Halo 3. I have that guy in Halo Reach. But yeah, as you can see, there's a little bit of a size difference between Godzilla and the Harvester. Crazy concept. Shank with the 2! Thank you so much. I appreciate it. AA, or anti-air harvester, asshole cannon. Somebody did make... okay, I shouldn't get all excited when you say asshole cannon, but... somebody did make a really cool concept. I think I still have it up somewhere. Hold on. Where is it? Not there, not there. Not there, not there. Gotta go back further. Some of my Twitter notifications. I have the pictures pulled up, but I want to... God damn it, dude. My replies are terrible. I don't know. Why did I post that elite gif and not realize people were going to be weird about it, bro? What is wrong with me? I, like, unironically did not realize that people were going to be weird about that. I thought it was a funny quirk of, like, game design that was a thing. Okay, so this is what I was trying to pull up. There's this, which is a really, really cool idea with, like, this is the butt cannon thing you're talking about. I thought that was really cool. Somebody made that design on Twitter. And then another crazy coincidence, another concept artist pulled through and made another concept for the back, which is crazy. 2 separate concept artists went and pulled screen grabs. I don't know if they're, like, friends or something, but they both look great. I think they're really cool. I'm not an amazing 3D modeler. Theoretically, I could pull this off and put a ton of time into it. Both of these are great Covenant designs. And I personally am more of a fan of the structure of this one, but I like more the design and aesthetics of this one. They both have a lot of similarities. I think I prefer this level of... This reminds me of like Halo Reach, whereas this one feels a little more out there. Like this feels more authentic, whereas this one feels way better functionally. Like this one also still feels really good, but I prefer the function of it, where you like have a dropship landing bay, you have a side turret, you have a bay for like wraiths and things to deploy out of. Whereas this one, stylistically, I like more. But yeah, I'm not saying I'm guaranteed going to do either of these, but I definitely would like to. The only reason I'm not committing is because I don't know if I can pull this off without spending like a month on it. But I genuinely love to do this, because those are so much better than fucking this, bro. It always looks so good from the front, and then you're just like, I see. So that's why you never see it from the back. Very interesting. Poor Godzilla, bro. He doesn't stand a chance. No, he's dying. No. It's missing pants. That is true. That is true. I really want to paint these legs, man. I want to paint the legs. I'm 6 foot. Yeah, this would look it could add ankle articulation. I want to add like the foot rotations. I think this would look really cool if like when the legs lifted up, the feet kind of like folded up and then came out and then down. Something like that. That'd be cool. I kind of want to try that. Like, okay, imagine this. I'll try it with like this front leg here as a test, right? So it comes up. So this is a foot, right? Okay, we can rotate that. We put the keyframe there. As it pulls up to 60, I could have it kind of pull inwards like that. And then, I don't know, does that look good? I guess I would need to also have that on Cordic. Can't really tell too much that the foot's doing a whole lot there, but I think that is still kind of cool. Maybe I just need to articulate it more. Maybe it needs more to exaggerate it. That could be cool. I think that could add a bit to the whole thing. I'll give that a try. Why not? How much did I rotate that by, though? Was it like 45 degrees? Rotate it 45? Do 45. Maybe a lot, but it looks kind of cool. So, fuck it. Rule of cool wins today. Just give it a crab claw so I can dig my grave and put, why the fuck does everything in Halo 4 look like a crab in my coffin? Everything in Halo 4 and 5, Covenant-wise, look like fucking... They look like bugs and crustaceans. It's totally normal and there's nothing weird about it at all. Nobody is confused why they chose bugs and crustaceans for their aesthetic. A completely sound choice that was never under any doubt. Okay, I don't know about this one because it's like a sideways angle. It's a bit odd. I don't know. Should I do that on all the legs, you guys think? Is that... I feel like it definitely adds some interesting dynamicness to it to see the feet doing that. Makes it feel more like functional rather than just being like static and stick bugged out. I think that's pretty cool. Hey, Tuco! Just saw you in chat. What up? All right, let's see. I think it's curling in does just add another level of like dynamicness. That is honestly much needed. What is that word I'm looking for? Not dynamicness. There's a word there. What is the actual word for dynamicness? It's not actually. There's no way it's dynamicness. Dynamism? I guess it would be dynamism. It doesn't sound right. Like, I thought the word dynamism in my head even, and I was like, no, there's no way. But it's like the correct suffix, but it just feels wrong. I don't know how else to put it. I feel like a little pretentious if I said that. I'd be like, oh yes, this is right here, yes. By taking this bone here and accentuating it upwards, we can get the dynamism we're looking for. No, I just can't say it. I can't in good conscience say that. But then again, dynamicness does make me sound illiterate, so there, I really gotta pick my poison with that one. I'll say dynamism. I'll do it. I guess I'll sound pretentious and British. All right, right there. We put you, and then it goes down, and then I want this keyframe right there. Very good, very good. Robust. Dynamatics. I'm pretty sure that's like a Scientology thing. I don't think that's it. You don't sound pretentious when you say it wrong 30 times and change your mind with community feedback. Yo, chill! Relax! Oh, did I not get this one back here? Oh, I think this is the last one I didn't get yet. Dianetics? Ah, that's the word I was thinking of. Broadcaster, actually, I think you're onto something. I just don't know what that word is. I want to sound dumb. What's the... Diuretics? That's just coffee. That is just straight up coffee. Oh shit, I was supposed to go grocery shopping tonight, dude. I straight up forgot. I just streamed instead. Oopsies. Oopsie poopsies. Does it just be like that sometimes? Alright, did I get all the legs good with that? They all curl up now. Is that a good change? Yeah, they all curl up and they all zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now I gotta go to like McDonald's. No, wait, McDonald's is closed. I gotta go to like the fucking gas station, bro. Ah, dude, I'm a functioning adult. I have no excuse to not have gone to the grocery store for like 3 days when I needed to. There's no excuse. I know it happens, but like it'd be like that. Food bad, stream good. Well, I could lose a couple pounds, you know. Not eating is not the healthiest way to do that, but it is a way to be sure. Let's do pose, animation, bake. Get this in the game. Wendy's should be open. It's a little far away though. And it's like, do I inconvenience myself by driving for 15 minutes? Or do I just starve? Genius. Alright, let's export this. And it's cost effective. So true. McDonald's closes. I wish it didn't. It used to not close. I used to, back when I was like a teenager, I would like DoorDash McDonald's at like 4 a.m. God bless that driver's heart for getting me my fucking M&M McFlurry in the middle of the night. Alright. Gonna turn on expert mode. We gotta replace the idle animation to the walking, and then... Dude, I didn't even put the new animation in. Why? I don't know. Most here in Australia are 24/7. It was ever since the pandemic. Ever since the pandemic happened, fast food like McDonald's and like Walmarts and stuff all started closing early when they never did before. Dude, yeah, I actually really like the curl. I like the foot curl. I think it's pretty cool. Like, part of me likes it, another part of me doesn't like it, but I think it definitely lends to more of an interesting movement. Maybe it's just like that it's curling too much. Here's my super chat. Oh, my bad, Tuco. Thank you for the 2. Sorry, I don't know how I missed that. I must have been really engrossed in that animation stuff. Thank you very much, though. Said, opinion on Marty O'Donnell as a guy? As a guy? Man, everybody just shits on him for politics, but I just really try my best to stay neutral when it comes to politics because it's all so polarized, so... Honestly, my opinion is to just not have an opinion. Like, my political takes are very centrist. And by centrist, I mean I have takes on both sides. I'm not like a fence sitter, like I do have takes, so... Like, I don't know, honestly, my take, he needs to not be so loud about his politics. Because we're living in a really polarized society, and you completely shatter your image if you go crazy politically on one spectrum or the other. And optics-wise, especially in this online social media environment, it's just not a good idea to, in my opinion, to get really political unless you have a good reason to. He's running for Congress? I know, he's running for Congress. I used to live in Vegas, and he's running in that area. I don't really know, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the intricacies of his politics. I just know he's more Republican than he is Democrat. And, I mean, that's fine, I guess. It seems like he got a lot of flack for, I don't know the details, but I would say he's a really talented composer, and considering that everybody will shit on you regardless of where you are on the political spectrum, the only winning move is to just not talk about it. But considering he's running for Congress, there's probably no getting around that. You know, you really gotta be loud as fuck about it. And you know what? I will say this, regardless of his beliefs, it did seem like he was going to Congress for the right reasons. You know, maybe you disagree completely with his beliefs. I personally don't know what they are, other than they're, like I said, Republican, but he did go try to run for Congress for the right reasons, which is that he wanted to do his civic duty, and, you know, at the very least, I can say I respect his reasoning for why he wanted to do it. That is actually probably the correct reason to want to do it. You know, rather than having a lot of money and wanting influence and changing things for your rich friends, you just do it because it's a civic duty. I respect that part. I do. I think that's really cool of him. As for his actual beliefs, I don't know what they are. So there's my take. I don't know. Probably, hopefully not some wacky shit, but I don't know. So that's my take. Yeah, this is pretty sick. Thanks for the take, Pookie, no problem. My safe answer? I mean, it's not even necessarily the safe answer. That's like my real answer. That's my genuine, like... I probably disagree with him on a lot of stuff politically, but... he's definitely in it for the right reasons. Alright, I want to move this around and watch it climb over rocks and stuff. I want to see how that looks. Scary as hell. I love it. Me fucking too. I think it's so dope. Did we get the Halo 3 coat of paint? What's that? Don't mind this crunchy ass rock texture. It's work in progress. Watching this climb over stuff is kind of awesome. It's a partially excavated forerunner ruin? You're talking about the mission this was in? I remember this was, it did excavate a forerunner ruin, I think, in Spartan Ops, if I recall correctly. Look at that. IK. Ooh. Reverse kinematics. Ugh. Far from perfect, but it's pretty cool to see. It's going to the bridge. If it can make it to the bridge, that would be pretty cool. We'll see though. We'll see. Oh fuck, dude. Guys. Guys. Gonna fall and look dumb. Almost definitely. Almost definitely gonna fall. I don't think it can go down far enough. I'm not really sure what its settings are at. I don't remember. I think I changed its settings so that it stopped going all the way up into the air on the ship. Damn, it's actually going onto the bridge. Going through it more like. Anyway, that's fucking awesome. But unfortunately, if you want to see me texture its legs and get the entire finished art style, you're gonna have to subscribe to my only mods. And by that, I mean subscribe to the channel and wait for me to go live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central, because I'm gonna hop off for the night and go scavenge up some food from deep within the sewers. I'm gonna ask my rat friends if they can give me some scraps of baguettes from the local Italian restaurant nearby. Pray for me. Jank, thank you for the 2. Much appreciated. Thank you for that support. You said, I went on Marty's campaign site. It has AI art. That's not awesome, to be honest. Graphic designers on Fiverr will probably do a better job. But hey, there's concept art with AI, and then just, like, hire actual artists to do more work. Sorry, concept artists. I hate to say it. I know you do better work. But I'm poor. Right? I would use an AI to concept stuff. I'm sorry. It would not be nearly as good as your work, but if I'm broke, I'm broke. It is what it is. That's it, though. For real, though. Thank you guys for all the support today. It has been actually phenomenal. I really do appreciate it. I'll be live again tomorrow if you want to hear my crazy, wicked takes and see the Harvester tomorrow as I work more on it. I will be continuing to work more on it. So I hope you guys will tune in for that. That said, I'm off. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Y'all, I hope to see you there.